This episode is rated M for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
On tonight's episode, Verlander calls it a career in the midst of All-Star Week for MLB. Plus, have we seen the end of Conor McGregor in MMA? We're going to talk about it. Plus, the boys with the heat return as we discuss NFL, NHL, and all the other news right now on the Sports Reel podcast.
If it's in the headlines, on the first page or the last, it's fair game here on the Sports Reel podcast.
And we welcome you to the real reason why Tuesdays were invented. This is the Sports Reel podcast, live on the PFC Entertainment Network. Along with Tim Sheridan, I'm Jason Clouse, conspicuous by his absence, but en route to the studio is one Eric Mendal. And we're also being joined by a couple of our favorites that we've had here on the show. The guys from Boys with the Heat are going to be joining us. We have a lot to talk about here. Between MLB, what's happening?
I know I was fine last time. I'm just not sure what to do with my hands this time. Sorry.
I have that fucking problem when I'm dancing. The wife's always like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know what to do with my fucking hands."
I don't know. It's rhythm. It's rhythm.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, if this is any indication of what we have to expect in the next, couple hours, this is going to be a fun episode because we have a lot to talk about. Yeah. We are in the midst of All-Star Week. We're going to be looking at what's going on in the NFL and NHL. Conor McGregor completely shit the bed. And we have a piece of fan mail that I'm going to address at the very end of the program.
Oh, I got to wait till the end? What the fuck?
Yeah. We're going to wait till the end. Because listen, the jack-off that wrote it, I'm going to make him wait throughout the duration of the show before I address what we need to address.
Is it from a certain somebody?
No, I have no idea who this is.
Okay. I didn't know if it was from one particular person.
This comes from one of our faithfuls over on Twitter. So, that's any indication.
Podcast ever.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anywho, great to see you guys. Tim, let's start with you. How's things, man? I know you're trying to beat the heat, but in your studio in particular, and Charles too, because we talked a little bit before we came on the air, you guys are riding easy street in terms of the temperature.
Well, yeah, I'm sitting at a cool 64 degrees down here in the studio right now. So other than like trying to keep myself inside the house, I've pretty much beat the heat. I went out and checked the mail earlier, started sweating, felt gross, had to come in and shower because I'm the type of guy that does not like to sweat. That's a fucking lie, by the way, because I literally work inside of a shop with the doors open and the sun beating us on all day. Like, I'm used to the heat, but today is just something fucking outrageous. Like, it's hot and it's humid as all hell out right now. It's disgusting. Yeah,
awesome. It's like you go outside and you're drowning.
Yeah, it's thick. You know what I mean? It's bad. And like I was telling you guys off air, like me and my kid were supposed to go golfing today, and I was like, I'll still do it. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm not made for this heat. He's like, I golf in the cold and the rain. That's when I golf. And I'm like, you have to wait till fucking fall again. You know what I mean? But he was not having any bit of this heat today. And I don't blame him. I got to go back to work in it tomorrow, which luckily we're going to get a little bit of a cool off. But Jason, other than that, I'm doing pretty fucking fantastic dealing with weirdos on TikTok. And you bring up fan mail, and I'll bring up something here in a second after we do the whole intros, because some of these people fucking drive me nuts. And I'll do that after. Yeah. Oh, I want to see if you guys get the same shit that I get all the time, and whether it's on TikTok or something, because I'm dealing with these other people, and I'll tell you how I kind of like push them off now. But yeah, I'm doing pretty fucking good. You know, I'm getting excited. I just got excited today. Brooks Koepka, you know, he signed on to play in the Rocket this year, so I'm pretty fucking geeked about that. So we'll be there in about 3 weeks or so. Like, I think it's coming up pretty quick. We were trying to figure out everything we got going on. Me and Amy have so much fucking shit going on, and we're like, when can we start saving money? Oh, I don't know. There's fucking an event going on every fucking weekend. Like, it just keeps rolling out, you know, like
when we're done living, when we're done living, that's when we can save money. Yeah. In the meantime, let's have some fucking fun, because we have a lot of fun shit coming up. But Jason, I'm fabulous. Boys with the heat. How the fuck are you guys? I haven't seen you guys, and I'm excited. I'm going to say right now, I'm excited because last time I had to miss almost the entire show.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. I've been really looking forward to actually getting out and being able to do a full show with you guys. So how you guys both doing? Well, go ahead, Patrick. You go first, because I'm
great, except for the hot. Fat guys do not do very well in the heat. And a chunky, heavy dad bod doesn't do well in the heat. I can tell you that much. I probably sweat 5 pounds today at work, and that's okay. I can afford to lose it. So everything's going great. Podcast doing great. Charles and I are holding the fort down here until the NFL season starts. We'll have our fantasy football draft. You guys are welcome to partake in the live stream for that too, and draft some players if you guys would like to. If you have some free time, go ahead, Charles. Our number one rule in the off season is just don't get canceled. Yeah, so pretty much. It's not a struggle, but man, we make some people mad. The other, talking about fan mail, the other day, somebody message the wife that I was messaging their daughter and that she's underage, and then he blocked her.
Scammer shit.
I was like, Charles, he's
like, what
the
hell is this? And I was like, whoa, cool. Should probably remove you from my profile.
You got 7 wives, Charles. Okay.
For those of you who don't know what humidity heat feels like, I can tell you that the best way to do that would be to go somewhere where there are much bigger strippers than little strippers, and trip and fall and have one drop from the pole right on your face, and then you just take the largest breath you can.
What country were you in when this happened?
We don't talk about where I was. That is pretty much the same thing. So if you want to experience that humidity heat, just trip and fall,
sticky, huh?
And put yourself in that exact situation. So other than that, we're doing fine. I've got the old man moving in soon. So yeah, segue from that, suckers.
You really shoehorned that motherfucker.
Yeah, well, wait till we talk about Jolly Ranchers and whaling. That'll be for another cast. That'll be for another cast.
Oh my God. That's great. That's great. Listen, we have a lot to talk about this.
Oh, we're still missing one. How you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I'm all right, man. Just doing the damn thing, as it were. This is actually one of the busier weeks here at the network. There's a lot going on here this week. We got this show, obviously. We're trying to get our schedules lined up with Vinny. Hopefully on Thursday we're going to be able to do an episode of Ball Game, but then we return to ONTV on Friday for the Fatal 4-Way, And so a lot of preparation and trying to get ready for these shows here. And especially like with ball game, there's a lot to unpack with the All-Star week and Justin Verlander announcing his retirement. And I think that's where we'll actually start here this week here on the Sports Reel podcast. If you want to be on the show with us, we will post the link very soon on both the live chats on Facebook and YouTube. You hit that link, it will send you into a virtual waiting room. I get the notification. We'll let you in on the show, or you could correspond with us through the traditional live chat on Facebook and YouTube. As Lori was chomping at the bit, she was the first one I saw on here, so just looking to talk shit. She knows that she rattled the hornet's nest last week, Tim, coming on here and talking about the beard dye thing. But
it's happening.
It is
Forced us to set a fucking date.
October the 20th.
Set a date.
Yeah. It will be our 100th episode of the Sports Reel podcast, and I will be in studio with Tim and Eric, and I will be paying off the debt live in their neck of the woods. So October 20th, circle your calendars. I've already put in for the night off from work, Tim. So get the couch ready. I feel like I'm going to wind up, passing out.
Well, be tuned in for that one. Don't you worry.
There'll be anytime we have him in studio, he gets pretty fuzzy and drunk. So
should I send you guys? Should I send you the banana suit?
Send us what?
I got a banana suit. You want the banana suit?
Oh,
no,
dude.
I'm already humiliated enough in what I have to do here.
I had to wear it. Charles, do we ever tell them about our NFL bet about the Detroit Lions?
Go ahead.
Our NFL bet that we got going, the Detroit Lions. Charles and I would get
with the tattoo on
with
our
the
chest?
tattoos on our chest. Yeah. This is our level of arrogance, ignorance, and confidence in the Green Bay Packers over the Detroit Lions, over the Super Bowl thing. Anyway, yeah, it's just a fun little bet Charles and I have going with Paul.
So I've basically made the bet that if the Lions ever win a Super Bowl, I'll get a lion tattooed on my chest.
Yes. Holding the Lombardi.
Now I've said this on multiple shows.
Oh yes,
yeah,
at least 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm
fucking 100% get behind that bet. Like that'd be fucking.
I mean, it could even be argued that I would say that Green Bay might never win a Super Bowl again.
Right.
If I was drunk and somebody had a gun to my head. But if anybody wanted to make that a tattoo bet too, I'm totally down. But yes, it's just blame the Mackinac Bridge. That's what I tell people. Blame the Mackinac.
Yeah, we live up that way. Yeah.
Okay. So that makes me rethink. We might have to rethink our bets here and think something a little bit more permanent, Jason. Like for the next one. Like,
listen, if this, I'm legitimately worried that with the whole dying thing, like
it's gonna stay. Yeah, it's gonna stay for a while.
Shave my face completely off. I'm going to have to disappear for 2 weeks before this shit comes.
Stop torturing us. What was the bet?
All right, so it came down to what was it? Michigan versus Michigan State. It was NCAA basketball.
Yeah,
he's obviously a State fan.
I'm sorry.
So I have to hit that. So we said Michigan was going to win. He said, no, Michigan's not going to win. State's the best basketball team ever. So we bet him that if Michigan won, he would have to do a full Hogan-esque Michigan maize and blue get up. He's going to have to dye his, facial hair maize and blue like Hogan, wear the bandana. He's going to have to rip a Michigan shirt off on camera and sit there and say, what you gonna do, brother, when the maize and blue run wild on you, and just play the whole fucking episode in that theme like he's Hogan. But he's like,
and it's gonna be in your opening Hogan. Credits for the show, like for the next season and whatnot. It's gotta be.
Hey, Jason, I'm not gonna be like that was a terrible bet, because you usually don't bet against Michigan State when it comes to the NCAA tournament. So that wasn't a terrible bet. It just had a terrible outcome for you. Yeah,
I was confident that I was going to pull one out here, and no, that did not happen. And
before I started Chinese hot mustard, I was confident as well.
You were your colon.
We all live crazy lives, you know.
Speaking of colon, like I just, you know, what the fuck is this shit going on around right now? Because I went to go make tacos for dinner, and the wife was like, "Did you pick up lettuce?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I picked up lettuce."
From
She's
that
like,
parasite
"Yeah,
thing,
we can't eat lettuce right now." And I'm like, "Oh, the fuck can't we eat lettuce?" She's like, "It gives you explosive diarrhea." And I'm like, "What? Fucking lettuce?"
Which is way different from your normal diarrhea. Yeah.
I mean, how many of us live that life every day anyways? Like, what the fuck's the difference? You know, like,
I have to eat a lot of fiber, like talking. I don't go with mini wheats because that's not enough, right? Like, I go with the whole wheat.
This guy over here sweats when he eats ranch. So yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, ketchup makes me sweat too, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been putting more pepper on my food though. That's a story for another time. Of course.
Pepper, huh?
Yeah. No, I've seasoned the shit out of food, but the moment you get like rabbit food near it, I'll fight you.
All right, let's get going here because we do have a lot to talk about here this week, sports related, of course. I mean, we can sit here and bullshit all day, all night long, but man, people do want to talk a little bit of sports. So let's start with the Detroit Tigers. A pretty banner week last week, went 4-2. Man, started out strong. They dominated the Athletics. Stumbled against the Philadelphia Phillies just before All-Star break. They took the Friday night game 10-2, but dropped the last two, 4-2 on Saturday, 5-0 on Sunday, and then they went into the All-Star break. They will resume action this Friday in Los Angeles for a 3-game set with Mike Trout and the Angels before going over to Chicago for a 3-game set with the Chicago Cubs. And then it's back home on Thursday for a big 4-game set with the Kansas City Royals. The Tigers at this point, man, like this is the part of the roller coaster that we've talked about where it's on the uptick and we get all excited. We start feeding into it. We lost Tim, didn't we? We sure did. This happens every goddamn week.
I thought when he did this, he was trying to pull the Jacob Fatu grip on me, but I was like, nah, bro, I'm so much faster than you. I realized that he was actually frozen. Hey, welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
What's going on, everybody? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my internet, but it's like the same time every day at the show now. Like, it's just, I got to get a hold of fucking Spectrum. Like, this shit's pissed. I pay a lot of money to have the best fucking internet that they have.
And
this shit crashes.
Oh, the internet cover. I thought you were talking about like the Reading Rainbow, and I was like, whoa, bro. But we're all right.
I have no idea. Wait. I don't even want to know.
No,
in the sky.
Real quick, guys, before fucking we get into some actual sports here, since we haven't done that yet, I wanted to go over, like, you know, I don't know if you guys deal with this shit, and you said you dealt with a little bit with the fucking email that your wife got and shit like that, but I constantly get all these fucking crazy fucking emails, and I got this one from this company on TikTok, and they're apparently they make clothing or whatever out of Pakistan, whatnot. You know what I mean? And it's like, they're really trying to push, you know, for us to like get shit made through them.
How big are the hands of the people making the clothes?
Big enough.
Very tiny, very tiny.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fuck with that. That's one of the most important business questions you can make.
Tie your shoes pretty good though.
Smell like cabbage also, like I'm sure. But like fucking. So you get these emails, and now the way that I throw them off, because they email me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I got to talk to the bosses. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, aren't you the boss? I'm like, no, I'm just a social media person trying to act like we're bigger than what the fuck we are. Like, no, we don't have a social media fucking person.
We
like,
live where we want to be, not where we're at.
But idiot. Like, I just like, we don't want to deal with these people. So like, and then they come at you and they're like, you can order through us. But I was like, do you got a website? And they're like, no, we only have a WhatsApp. And it's like, how the fuck are you? This is the scammer 101. You know what I mean? Like,
first red flag right there.
Yeah, like scam. And I tell them, I'm like, the bosses say this is scammer 101. Like, they don't want to deal with you unless you have an actual website there. Because legitimately, if I could find a company that like we could work with to make a bunch of fucking shit, and I could buy it so we can give away shit on giveaways and stuff like that, I'd be interested. But like all these things, and then all these other fucking people who constantly email me trying to promote our podcast. Like, do you have Apple or Spotify podcast? We promote. You only have to give us this much
cheap views on my.com. Like you.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
Keep
constantly,
your views.
non-stop, like non-fucking stop. And it's like, guys, just fucking lay off of it. You know what I mean? Like I came up in the area, or the era, I should say, of the first, like I found out when I was like 18 that I had an uncle who was a Nigerian prince and he left me all his money. So like I came up in that era, you know what I mean? So like
I bought 5 Rolexes for $50.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
A picture of 5 Rolexes on a piece of paper from eBay. Yeah. So you learn early. You learn early.
We came up in the scammer era when they weren't as quite
killer deal.
defined as they are, refined as they are now. You know what I mean? Like you guys get that shit all the time too?
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
I had to put a second email address for the show just so that we can filter it out.
Well, and there are like a few AI programs too. Like I know like on my phone right now, I have an AI screening for telephone calls, right? So
I do too.
Yeah. So like now it'll tell them, like it's gonna ask you for your name and shit, and then it tells me, and then I'm like, oh hell yeah, I want to talk to this person. Or wait, I'm busy.
Yeah. It tells me automatically you rock the Apple phone just like I do. So
no, actually, this just came out on the old SJ. We call them Samsung Juniors. Yeah.
No shit. Like that's been an Apple thing for a couple of years now.
Yeah,
like we've had that.
I'm pretty stoked about it. I used to be an Apple person, but Samsung's talk to text understands the idiocracy that comes out of my mouth better than Apple. So
Apple sucks at that, bro.
Yeah,
like it's fucking horrible.
Hey, I just noticed your shirt, Ward Manual. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. I'm happy to see you.
Would have been here a little bit sooner, but I got pulled over.
You got pulled over?
I just put the show on, and as I was putting the show on to listen to, he seen my phone in my hand and pulled me over.
Oh, you got a ticket?
No, man. Luckily he's like, just keep it out of your hand. I said, okay, thank you.
You can't go that way on the highway. You got to go the other way.
Man, yeah, but they let those people who could barely see over the steering wheel just keep going like nothing's going on.
Dude,
crazy.
Let me tell you something. I was on my way yesterday morning to work, and I pass a fucking, and I'll call him out, Lapeer City cop right now, and he's driving down the road, and I legit see him driving down the road like this, talking on his fucking phone. And I'm like, that motherfucker would give me a ticket for that shit. And now all of a sudden he's just the fucking phone to the ear talking on the fucking phone.
So I'm very grateful for my future dash cam, but right now I do a lot of, hey Meta, take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, because one of these days I'm gonna get got. I'm out there delivering. I know it. I'm pushing the bubble all day to make sure your fries get to you crispy.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what? Dash cam's the smartest fucking thing in the world. My wife has one, and luckily it saved her in an accident already. But
very much so.
I had a buddy who got in an accident. Some chick ran a red light, fucking T-boned him, and she tried to say it was his fault, or it was a 4-way stop. She said that he fucking ran the 4-way stop, and she T-boned him, and she was all lying to the cops, and he's like, shut the fuck up. I have a dash cam. So all he did was fucking pulled it out on his phone because he had one that linked to his phone. And he just fucking showed the cop, and he's like, "Nah, it's your fucking fault, chick." You know what I mean? Like,
I'm really upset it's not here yet, though. I wish I could show you guys the video of that crazy ass dude.
But yeah, be no audio. You're just gonna be a meme, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, it was awesome.
He just had.
I wonder if I could have hit him.
Background music to it, a little Celine Dion or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got
Tim, shut up. We gotta talk about tigers. They started that when you froze.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And you came in and fucked it all up again.
No, when he came in, he said we weren't talking about sports. We just went with it. It was a struggle.
I know.
I didn't know you guys were talking about sports. I was off air. I was fucking gone. Are we talking about tigers?
We were.
Jason, where are we at?
I had started talking about the tigers. Yeah.
Too fucking soon, bro. Too soon.
I didn't realize that I did not realize, number one, that you froze, and then number two, you were gone.
You just think I was sitting here that fucking still for that long?
Well, I thought you were doing the Jacob Fatu grip.
Yeah.
When I pull the graphic up, it blocks everything else on the screen. I don't see anything else other than the graphics. Well, I had no idea until I went back to live. I saw the other two, and I'm like, where the fuck's Tim? I'm like,
ours does that. It boots the host though, the person who actually presents it.
See that's happened to me too. And you want to talk about panic? Like I go into full panic mode. Like, oh my god, did I just fuck up the whole show, the whole recording? And a couple times it has. And it's like, come on, man. We're sitting. I don't know. This whole technology thing is nuts to me. But a banner week for the Detroit Tigers.
Wow, but with the All-Star voting, we just found out that what is it?
Okay. Did you guys see the post about the All-Star voting?
And I didn't mean to cut you off, Jason. I'm so sorry, but you had mentioned your age, and I'm like, well, hold on, cut you guys some slack because the majority of the MLB's All-Star voters are like 60 and above.
I'm not quite there, but I see where you're going.
I call BS on this because there's no way there's a bunch of 60 to 75-year-old men out there just pounding away on keyboards voting for, half of these guys on the Toronto Blue Jays. There's no way.
Most of the people in that age demo, and I can say this confidently because my father, fits that demo. They don't a lot of them, most of them have a hard time understanding how to use a computer at this point.
Jason, did you say your father fits the demo of 60s?
70s. 60s.
Oh, okay.
To 70s.
Yeah, because it's 65 plus, right? Yeah. Like it was like 20% of the votes or some spit like that came from 20% of the All-Star votes came from people around or over the age of 65. Like that's a significant amount.
It really is. And I did see that, and like that's something that I'm looking forward to talking to Vinny about on Ball Game this week.
You being old?
No, the way they go about selecting the All-Stars, and back in the day, like you had to actually mail in ballots, like snail mail ballots, and when you went to the ballpark, you filled it out and you submitted it there. Now with the internet and online voting and all this shit, it's all jacked up. You all right, Eric?
I tasted that one.
Well, if you live in Wisconsin, you get 2 of those votes. Oh,
Wisconsin.
Hold on, that might be something. That's totally different. That's fair.
Here's the thing. I don't think anybody.
All right, you want to make the bet? I'll bet you this year the Lions, if they win a Super Bowl, I'll get a lion tattooed on my chest. But if
if they win, you get a lion tattooed on your ass.
Oh, I've already got an ass tattoo, so it'll go right next to it. Don't matter.
And then backfired.
It surely did. Now you got to get a Packer tattoo, same butt cheek.
Okay.
All right, there it is.
This sounds like a bet between.
Now listen. Now if none of us win,
hold on.
If none of us win, nothing has to happen. Like this is just the bet. Whoever's willing to take it with me each year, they either got or, there's a new cat in my family.
Get back to the Tigers.
Back to the Tigers. Sorry.
With the success that they had last week, again, they went 4-2. Their stumbling block was in the form of the Phillies, but then they would turn around and stay in Philadelphia as they would be hosting the All-Star Week, All-Star festivities. The All-Star game is here tonight, beginning at 8 p.m. from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Now, last night was the annual Home Run Derby, and we talked a little bit off the air about the format and the rule changes in this year's Home Run Derby. I finally feel like they've got it right this time. Each batter gets 15 swings, and however many home runs that you hit with those 15, that's what determines who eventually wins this thing. It came down to Jordan Walker of the Cardinals and Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies. Now listen, I have been following Kyle Schwarber for a long time. He was part of the 2016 World Series with the Chicago Cubs. So I've been watching this guy for a long time, and he was my pick to win this whole thing. He won it in 18, came up just short runner up a couple of times. I'm like, this is the year. And with it being in Philly, that's who he's playing with now. Like the stage was set, and man, he put on a display. And then Walker came up, and to my surprise, and I did not know this, with his win, and it literally came down to the last swing of the bat that would put him 12 home runs over Schwarber's 11. The first St. Louis Cardinal ever to win the home run derby in All-Star Week. And this kid, I mean, his poise at the plate, because Schwarber got a hero's welcome. Like the crowd was just so into it. And then Jordan would come up and they were booing him out of the stadium. And I'm like, damn, this is going to rattle him.
It's Philadelphia.
Not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the worst fans ever. Yeah.
That I was going to lead into this in this conversation. So we'll start. Philadelphia fans are notorious for being some of the most vocal and, dare I say, and we can add another city to my I'm on fire tour.
Oh, they're going to fucking hate you. And I'm posting it.
Vile fans in all of sports. I mean, they have to admit that. And because that's become their gimmick, their persona. Like, they are so vocal and so vile at times. And it was on full display here. But he rose to the occasion, man, and kind of an upset in a lot of circles. Did anybody else watch this?
No. Nope. I did, but Jordan Walker, when he first went out there, did you watch his first set of at bats?
Yeah.
The dude was taking swings like he half swings and hitting home runs. The guy is a monster. If you've seen him play, he's 25, 26. He looks like he's about 40 years old. Do you guys remember like Sabo from Major League? That's what he looked like. Yeah. I think he should be freaking, sacrifice some chickens in the locker room.
I didn't catch much of it. I believe it
was on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was on Netflix. I switched over to wrestling, actually. I turned on Netflix to watch wrestling.
Horrible idea.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, I'm gonna be there for that tattoo. Just, no numbing spray, none. This is straight 1980s tattoo. But anywho, so I turned on the old Netflix to watch, and it was just on. So I continued watching it for about 13, 14 seconds.
Nice. It's a lot of time.
Yeah, we had talked about it a little bit too on the show yesterday. I really love baseball, and the home run derby to me is just fantastic.
We need to get you on Ball Game then, because you would fit in with Vinny and Jason great. Sorry, side note, but continue.
Yeah, absolutely. But
two bald men.
It feels like over the years you didn't want me watching it. You were trying to get a new crowd, so I was just going to let you figure that out. And once it got entertaining for baseball people again, like, hell yeah, I can't wait to come back. So I watched a bit of it here and there, but now, fun fact about the winner, though, I did hear earlier today, and now I'm kind of upset I didn't watch him, but his yearly salary is like $750K.
He's a rookie deal.
So he woke up this morning and went, I'm going to go win $1 million, and went out there and did better than absolutely everyone. During the interview, even, with his family there and whatnot, hearing him say, like, they don't just boo anybody. And as much as I do agree with everything you guys said about Philadelphia, I mean, they don't boo Steven when he goes up to the plate, right? Like, so it was cool for him to take that and be like, I'm also going to hit this national ad ball that shouldn't be this color. If you want it to stick out for batters, it should be like lime and green or something. But
you realize that like over the last like 10
T-Mobile's
years,
pink.
It's either been a guy that's on his rookie deal or his rookie deal is expiring. So go through them. 2016, Stanton won, then Judge won, Harper, Pete Alonso won back-to-back without the canceled COVID year. Juan Soto won, Guerrero, Teoscar Hernandez, and then the big dumper, and then obviously Schwarber, and then Walker. So it's guys that are either in expiring rookie deals or they're rookies. You know, they won it the last 10 years, basically 6 out of the 10. So yeah,
it's interesting.
Maybe a want it more type of situation.
That's what I kind of get that. Yeah.
Especially there's money on the line. You know, a lot of these guys are getting paid ridiculous money. So why the hell does it matter to them? If anything, they're bored to be there.
Well, yeah. Schwarber's got what, 40 million this year? He's made over 400 million in his career.
That's chump change, though. You know,
must be nice to get paid almost $1 million for another run, eh?
Yeah, you know, old boy retired his ma, you know, or however he ends up doing it. I'm sure that's exactly what happens in the first time. But yeah, very cool story. All of his jewelry as well. They're like gifts from friends and family members. So he tries to wear as much as the league will let him, as a way of keeping those that were with him on his journey, with him out there on the baseball field. So
I dig that.
He really is a cool person. He's a good dude. So I bummer he's a Cardinal. But you know, we all can't be winners. So I'm excited to follow his career. I'll get to see a little bit more of it as a Brewers fan. So, and hopefully then he ends up going to the Dodgers or Yankees, because that's baseball.
That's where they all end up. Yeah, that's where they all end up, which, you know, I have a feeling that's where one of our guys is going to end up here pretty soon. But real quick, Jason, I didn't realize one of our friends here made $400 million on OnlyFans.
Oh, my God. Shut up. Did you see the trade, Jason, that they made like an hour and a half ago?
No.
By the Tigers?
No.
Really?
I did not.
No.
You're the baseball guy, and you
we've been busy. We've been getting ready to do a fucking show.
Shut up, Tim. I didn't talk to you.
Hacking.
I didn't talk to you. So shut up, Mister. I didn't have to work in the heat today. Fuck you.
At one point, somebody was talking about a stripper falling on their face. So
I heard that while the cop had me pulled over. I'm like, great. This is what he's gonna hear. This is what he's gonna hear. Here, Tim, you're more literate than I am. Read it, bitch.
All right, the Detroit Tigers have traded. This motherfucker can't read. It's Jemai Jones of the Red Sox for cash and a player to be named. They've already pretty much released Jemai Jones, so that's not really that fucking exciting.
Trade. Still got some.
It's a trade, but they
designated
just
for assignment.
They designated him for assignment, so they probably didn't get a whole lot for him.
Hey,
that came out earlier this week, but you are off in Never Land, working at your job where you like to sweat and everything else. You fucking loser.
Sorry, someone's got to fucking support our families.
I'll be out there tomorrow in the same.
And I have a wife to do it.
Oh, shut the fuck
yeah, fuck you.
All right.
I've had Tuesdays off for fucking 20 years, motherfucker. The Tigers, what? I have some stuff to say about the Tigers, but I'll let you.
No one gives a shit what you have to say.
Shut the fuck up.
Patrick Holmes fucking.
Shut up. Let Jason do his talking.
Let me just mention that the Detroit Tigers are represented in the All-Star game here tonight. 3 of our players and 1 honorary pick. Riley Green is in the starting lineup. Kevin McGonigal and Dylan Dingler will be coming off the bench. Justin Verlander was the honorary pick for the American League in the days after formally announcing his retirement and ending something of an era, albeit kind of broken up with his leaving to go to Houston and then New York and then the Giants. And now he's back here in Detroit. He is going to call it a career at the end of the season, which leads me to this question. Are we going to be able to see him make at least one start before this is all said and done? Tim, we'll start with you because I know you have some more things to say here, but Verlander's retirement, I mean, we saw this coming. What's your takeaway?
Yeah, in fact, we saw it coming. I mean, you called it about 3 weeks before it happened online. So, I just said that's a premonition. Like all the people are there saying, like, "Hey, this didn't happen." Like Jason just saw it in a dream. He woke up and was like, he dreamt it. You know what I mean? And we put it out about 3 weeks early. But
Mr. Exclusive.
Yeah, Mr. Exclusive right there. 3 weeks before it even fucking happens, he called it. We all knew that it was coming, to be honest. And I really do hope that we actually get to see another start from him this season, because I think he got 3 innings in him this season, if that. It might not even have been 3 innings. Like, it was 1 start, 3 innings. I do think he's got a little bit left in the tank, and I think it'll come at the right time, to be honest, because I know it's gonna. I'm gonna kind of just sidebar off of this subject for a second, because I got to get my Tiger stuff in real quick. But then we'll get back to Justin Verlander. But it all kind of ties in, because I think he's gonna come in at the right time. And Eric had brought up last week when we were talking about Terry Skubal and whether or not to keep him or whatnot, or trade him. After looking at the stats of this season and looking at where everybody stands, I'm kind of on the part right now to keep Scooble. Like, I've changed my mind last week.
In it to win it, baby.
Yes, yeah. Like, I'm looking at the shit. 2.5 games back out of the wild card, 5 games back in the Central, in a very weak American League. Like,
leading up to the All-Star break, they were the best team in baseball.
Yeah, like I think like maybe you treat Scooble. I don't think they're going to re-sign him. I don't think that is. But if you treat him as a rental player for the rest of the year, you're not paying him a shit ton of money compared to what you'd have to go spend for a rental player. So treat him like a rental player. You know what I mean? You got him, you're paying him. He's going to leave at the end of the season because you don't want to give him a 10-year contract, but the Dodgers will, the Yankees will, or the fucking Red Sox will, but keep him for the season. And from the sounds of it, he wants to be here anyways, because he has belief in this team that can actually make a World Series run. And he's been coming out and saying that. So he wants to stay in Detroit for the rest of the season. I think it might be time to make a run at this fucking thing, because they're getting somewhat hot at the right time. It's completely opposite of what we saw last season. Last season was hot in the beginning of the season, and then after the All-Star break, they shit the bed. But they still made the playoffs and made a pretty decently deep run. So I think, it might be the time to hang on to him, even though I've been getting a lot of hate for this online and people have been bringing up a lot of good points. Scooble doesn't really have the best record right now in Major League Baseball. Did
you hear what the MLB proposed to?
No, I did not.
MLB is going to abolish deferred payment compensation for players. So I don't know if that would hurt the Dodgers if they do it effective 100%. Immediately. They would actually owe Ohtani like $600 million.
Oh, they'd be insane. Yeah. They would be absolutely fucked.
Those would probably be grandfathered in.
I don't know. They wanted to make it even. They could do it. It's not like the Dodgers don't have the money to pay it.
But it also means that Scooble missed out on it, because he could have gotten something crazy last year and chose to.
But this is all. It's going to be a wash anyway. Major League Baseball is probably going to they're probably going to be shut out anyway. So
I have a feeling that's coming, and I think it's going to be for the better, to be honest.
I think we'll have a shortened season, and it'll be just like what COVID did to us. You know how Walmart and shit used to be open 24/7.
Yeah,
we ain't going to be getting 162 games anymore. We'll be getting 100.
Yeah, where do fucking 20-year-olds go and hang out in the middle of the night now? Because Walmart and Meijer are both closed. Yeah, like it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's when you need a bucket.
The generation, no, they don't do shit. They sit at home. They don't go out and get into trouble and drink and all that.
Firecrackers at people.
Exactly. Yeah. They just sit at home. They're worried about all this other. They're worried about the explosive diarrhea. If you would have bought lettuce, I would have ate it. I wouldn't have given.
There's lettuce in the fridge. I almost put it out just for you. I told Amy, I'm like, I'm going to put the lettuce out for Eric so he can eat the lettuce.
I would be a science experiment, because I'm like, hey, what's worse, that or Taco Bell?
If you
or
want
McDonald's?
If you want it, it's in the fridge. There's some bagged lettuce in the fridge, bro.
I'll rinse it off and I'll fucking eat. I don't give a shit.
Don't even rinse it off. Just man up. You're gonna be a fucking science experiment.
Yeah,
Eric's gonna miss the show next week because he's gonna be on the shitter.
Captain Bubbleguts.
I can't die tomorrow. I turn 33 tomorrow. I can't die.
Well, happy early birthday and happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
And happy birthday to Jason also. That is on my notes to say that. We have to start that again.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah. We got 2 birthdays coming up here on the show.
Be 41, 58?
69.
I don't think we're going to see Verlander again.
No, well, he just renounced his retirement.
Yeah,
for the end of the year.
August 4th is his estimated comeback from the 60-day DL. It's entirely possible he pitches. Why would he not want to pitch one more game?
He's gonna pitch. He's gonna get one more game in. That's for sure.
Hear me out.
Why not?
No.
If the Tigers are chasing playoffs, he's not pitching again.
The division that they're in, they're not going to be chasing anything. Either they're going to win it or they're not. So.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no in between.
He comes in if the Tigers don't have a chance and Skubal's gone.
He's still better than their third, fourth, fifth starter, so he's definitely going to be pitching.
Listen, I've got Verlander on my heart. I love him just as much as everyone else, but I mean, no.
He could hang it up right now if he wanted to just retire. He doesn't have to finish out the season.
We could, absolutely. I think he's going to be a veteran voice in that locker room. I think if we do see him, it might be out of the bullpen. But if
that would be a smart fucking move.
If you have a choice between your younger arms right now or Justin Verlander coming off of an injury who's about to retire, like you're not. I mean, are you starting the name or are you trying to make a playoff push? What are you doing here?
With somebody like him, I feel like if the scenario presents itself in such a way, you're getting both, because that dude is an icon. You know, right. We as fans, the majority of us,
a bullpen game.
Well, no, but what if he pitches the first 3 innings? He's only got to throw 60 pitches. Who gives a shit?
Pitches the first couple of innings. So, maybe my foot goes in my mouth with this one. But
I'm not saying he's got to go 7. He's 42 years old or 40 years old. How old is he anyway? I don't even know.
Okay, we spent too much time on the tires. Let's move on.
Well, let me run down the starting lineup real quick.
That's fine. That's fine.
All-Star game for the American League. Leading off, Mike Trout in center field. 2, Yordan Alvarez from the Astros. He's the DH. The catcher is Shea Langeliers. He's with the A's. Third base, Junior Caminero from the Rays. Shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. from the Royals. Cody Bellinger with the Yankees is going to start in right field. First baseman, Ben Rice with the Yankees. Left field batting 8th will be Riley Green with the Tigers. Ernie Clement with the Blue Jays will be second base. And Dylan Cease will be the starting pitcher. Over on the National League side of things, Kyle Schwarber will be leading off at DH. Left fielder, Juan Solo with the Mets. Freddie Freeman with the Dodgers will be starting at first base. Shortstop, C.J. Abrams with the Nationals. Batting 5th will be third baseman Max Muncy of the Dodgers. Ozzy Albies with the Braves will be starting at second base and batting 6th. And batting 7th will be right fielder Brandon Marsh with the Phillies. Andy Pages with the Dodgers at center field. And then batting 9th will be Drake Baldwin of the Braves. Starting pitcher Christopher Sanchez with the Phillies. So the hometown team very well represented. The Dodgers, the defending champions, very well represented. And on the American League side, it is a lot of Yankees going on. Yankees and Blue Jays being represented by the American League. But, I look forward to this game. Home field advantage with the World Series hangs in the balance for the winning league. But this right now is the center of the summer in my estimation, and it's all downhill from here, man. It's going to go by quick.
What are you doing?
Trying to give you that lettuce.
If we're going to take a shot, you pull something off the fucking the good shelf. Yeah, well, I'm not taking one alone. You got to take one with me. Grab a bottle and take a sip. Don't be a pussy.
Well, while they're doing that, let's make a transition in one of the other high-profile events that took place this past weekend. It had a lot of people talking,
Amateurs.
And not in a very positive light. That being the return to the octagon of Conor McGregor. We talked a little bit about this last week. His upcoming fight with Max Holloway. And I don't know, the introductions seem to last longer than the fight itself. A serious leg injury to Conor McGregor. Man, a lot of people laughed at this. A lot of people scoffed at this. A lot of people thought this was just an effort to pop a number for Paramount Plus. I said last week that, you know, Connor's involvement was something much needed for UFC because of name recognition. People were going to be tuning in just out of curiosity more than anything, coming out of a 5-year layoff. But given what we saw this past weekend, do we see the return of Connor in any capacity other than a commentator for mixed martial arts?
Fuck that guy. He cost me money.
38 years old. No.
Scott already called you out for that shit.
I don't care. Scott don't pay attention. Scott, he talks shit. Talk shit to Tim about Patrick Holmes, not me.
You're the one who bet on Connor when everybody else was saying that Holloway was going to win that shit.
Well, I didn't think fucking McGregor was going to come out with a hurt knee right away, and then Patty the Batty won right away.
Yeah,
I'm so. All I'm going to say is I'm so happy I didn't stay up for those fights. I was planning on watching them. And I ended up falling asleep, and I'm so happy because they both ended in like 30 seconds. I'm so happy I didn't waste my time to stay up late to watch them.
Dude, you come into the ring looking like a drunk midget throwing these crazy
I don't get it.
Leg kicks around, and he freaking and his leg just gives right out, and he immediately goes down. They should have just called the fight right there and said, no fight. They let
Holloway tried.
He threw a couple punches. He's like, whatever.
I heard him McGregor saying fight. Like he was trying to get it going, but like I think McGregor still tried living in that world where he was the number one. Like he was the number one fighter you wanted to see back in 13 and 14. All that. That's not it anymore, dude. Like
it's probably
you took 5 years off. Yeah, you took 5 years off, and like you're trying to come back from that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work well, and it clearly showed. But I don't see him coming back. I don't like there are Holloway's already saying we're going to have
April 2027.
Who? Connor?
I think he has one more fight on his contract.
Last fight on his contract.
He has one more fight on his contract.
He ain't going to be ready by April.
April 2027. There's nobody picked for it yet. And again, it depends on surgery and
yeah, like I'm pretty sure because I've been there. I've talked about it before on the show. It's a torn ACL, so you're looking at least a year of recovery, and by that time
they got better doctors, just better prescriptions and drugs and all that. It'll be sooner than that, but still, he'll be better than that. But not, I don't think in fighting form.
No.
So, and maybe somebody in the comments could tell me if I'm wrong. But since Conor McGregor's last win, he's done nothing but lost. Lost his presidential bid in Ireland. He lost television contracts. He's losing in the ring again. Like old boy needs just kind of.
He's pulling a Chuck Liddell. Yeah. He's pulling a Chuck Liddell. He's trying to stick around too long, and Chuck Liddell got a glass jaw and was getting knocked out. It's like, dude, you got to learn to call it quits.
Just be done. Otherwise, you're going to be doing Facebook review videos with the rest of them.
Well, I blame the UFC for part of it. So
back to your used car dealership down
in
Georgia or something, because there's a lot of people there.
All right, so like the way I felt about this whole card, like there's, I mean, Patty did a great job. He called that shit out before the fight. He said exactly how he was going to win this fight, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to drive in with his head, and he was going to choke him out in under a minute, and that's exactly what he did. It was fucking wild to watch. It was, a really short fight, but it was fun. Like, I mean,
he's more of a submission guy than a knockout guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
No,
he's more of a submission guy. Yeah. He has more wins with submissions and knockouts, which blew me away. But the ref even had to pick up the dude's arm, and it just went limp. He's like,
because if you looked at it, Patty said he's out. So he lifted up his arm and went like he was out. Like, but when I woke up, he didn't even know where the fuck he was at.
Because Patty was on top of him, so he couldn't see his face and all that. Yeah. So it was. I feel bad for the dude because he straight was dead for a couple seconds.
Yeah. And then the Conor fight went about exactly how I called. I stayed up for this shit. You know what I mean? And like was in utter disappointment because how could you not stay up to watch? It's Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like this guy was the face of the UFC for so long and brought so much excitement. Yeah. And I mean, he was the first one really to come in and be like a mouthpiece. You know what I mean? He came across like a heel in pro wrestling, and it was fucking phenomenal. He knew how to sell a card. He knew how to sell a fight, and that's what he would do constantly. And the one thing back in the day, he was able to back it up. You know, I mean, that guy was a complete badass. Like, he could fight, but Father Time gets to all of us. You know what I mean? At some point, you start to age. I'm an old motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, but at some point, you start to age, and you need to wake up and realize that. Now, did I think it was going to end as fast as I did? No, I don't think anybody in the world thought it was going to end as fast as it did. But at the same time, I said Holloway was going to win this fight because he has, you know, fights, you know, recently, so he's kind of in shape, you know what I mean, where Conor hasn't fought in 5 years. So do I think Conor's going to come back? No. I mean, honestly, to get back to fighting shape, you're looking at about a year. Now, will he be back in his knee feeling better? You know, probably in 6 to 7 months because of modern medicine. Probably, you know what I mean?
Have advanced medicine. Yeah, they're the best athletes in the world.
Yeah, but to get back to actually being able to compete, you're looking at more than a year. You're 38 at that point. You're going to be out of the ring or out of the octagon technically for almost 6 years. So realistically, do I see him coming back? No, I think that's the last time that we see him in the octagon.
He's got one more fight on his contract.
He does.
It depends on what him and Dana White talk about.
I don't think we're going to see it, to be honest. I mean, I honestly, if I had to put my money on where we're going to see Conor next,
you don't
it might
bet,
be.
So you wouldn't put money on anything.
If I put money on where I'm going to see Conor next, it might be boxing Jake or Logan Paul, to be honest. And
I've seen the video of fucking Jake Paul making fun of him. So I'm like, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like, I could see him going to Dana White.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's
I'd
broadcast
Netflix
this
that.
And
and we all would, you know what I mean? But I think that's honestly, I think that's the next step for Conor's career is boxing
I'd love
one
to see
of the
him
Logan
fucking
brothers.
whoop his ass.
I don't think it's
either way. Either one, I think is a great story. If Jake beats up Conor or Conor beats up Jake,
I think Conor would beat him up. I
think Jake would beat up
He
Conor.
fought Floyd, and other way around.
Jake would kick Conor's ass, to be honest. And
Jake's not the same since he got his fucking jaw broke.
We haven't seen him since he got his jaw broke.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we don't know
He's
what
not the
Jake's
same. He's not the same.
Scott said he'll be at his next fight will be a WWE ring because the only circus will allow him. I mean,
Listen,
that's a
whoa.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's fake. Duh.
Hey.
You're an asshole, Eric.
I know. That's why you guys have me on the show. Look at that head getting fucking red. Look, I love it. Looks like a pimple.
It's funny you say that, Eric. It's funny you fucking say that. and we will circle back to this at the end of the program.
Here we go. I pissed him off. That's all I need to do. Jason,
No, but yeah, like
Stupid
I mean,
Mariners shirt though. Fuck the Mariners.
it could be WWE, but I see a boxing match between either. And honestly, if I had to put my money on it, I'd say it'd be against Logan because Jake's a little too big for Conor to be fighting. I mean, Conor walks around about 170. Jake walks around closer to 200. You know what I mean?
How do you know that?
Because I fucking watch all these fights, so I know what Jake.
Have you talked?
Jake fights in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? He's
he can
more
drop
of a,
weight. He can drop.
He could, but does that work better for his career? You know what I mean?
He probably would kill Conor if he dropped that 30 pounds though.
He could,
Netflix.
yeah.
Freaking
They're
arms
just gonna
are
pay
way
Conor
longer.
a little extra money to get in there with the whole.
Or could we see the juiced up Conor coming back being closer to 200? Because when we saw him in Roadhouse, he was pretty fucking juiced up. You know what I mean? That guy was probably walking around close to 200 pounds at that
Irish
point.
sausage for every morning for
Yeah,
breakfast.
like he was juiced up after that last injury. Like that guy was fucking huge. So like we could see that, but I think that's the realistic thing. But the other name that I wanted to bring up off this fight, which is somebody that I'm super excited to see in the UFC right now in the heavyweight division, is Gable Steveson. Like this guy is a fucking animal, and I think this is going to be the future of the UFC in the heavyweight division.
He's in UFC now?
Yeah, he just had his first fight in UFC, and he got a first round knockout. This guy's a fucking animal. Like absolute animal.
Nobody's gonna beat the guy wrestling.
Former Olympic fucking wrestler. Like absolute, and the guy can fucking fight and he can hit hard. You know what I mean? He's young. He reminds me of a young Brock Lesnar in the aspect of coming in the UFC. You know what I mean? He's had some MMA fights beforehand. He's getting used to this thing. Somebody who's coming out of, pro wrestling. His, WWE career didn't last very long. You know what I mean? But I mean, the kid's a blue chip athlete, and I think he's going to be making some waves in the UFC. I listened to him on Joe Rogan not too long ago, and even Joe Rogan's super high on this guy because of his quickness as a heavyweight. Like this guy's a phenomenal, absolute freak of an athlete. And I really think that this is going to be the future of the UFC heavyweight division, which they need. You know what I mean? Like you need that star heavyweight, and I think that's going to be the next one.
Been a star heavyweight since even Brock Lesnar, but Frank Mir beat him the first time and all that, and that was a good.
He did, but
that was a good 1-2 fight and all that.
Yeah.
So like other than that, like there wasn't really that many good heavyweights. You know?
No. I mean,
you have to go to the UFC. Like
you got John Jones.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You got
like
him.
that came after Brock Lesnar.
That dude's never lost. That dude's never lost.
Nagano,
he has.
like that's another name.
Lost a couple of drug tests.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
For a little while.
That was. No, we're not gonna get into that. I wish I was in the UFC in that era so I could have watched those John Jones fights, because I heard him talk about in an interview. The one that punched him the hardest was Rashad Evans, and I'm like, I watched Rashad Evans, and he was all American wrestler, I believe, at Michigan State. I think so. And all that, and it's just like I wish I would have watched more in that era. I watched more in the BJ Penn, GSP, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, like the golden era of it.
Now,
Rampage.
Now you say that it was only Randy Couture was only 2 years champion. Then there was Rico Rodriguez, Tim Sylvia.
There was
Frank Mir
many
for
different
2 years.
championships. Yeah. There's so many different ones.
Nobody was ever sustained.
Nope. It just went and
Shamrock.
I feel like Frank Mir would have sustained it if he didn't get in that motorcycle accident. He got into a motorcycle accident after he won it, and that's what derailed him from holding it.
Yeah, Cain Velasquez holds it the longest.
Velasquez was a fucking animal.
And Cormier, you know, they got people's names, but like they weren't repetitive. Like they would lose it, they'd win it, they'd lose it, they win it.
Yeah, like the heavyweight was all over the place.
We had Shane Carwin in that era. Shane Carwin, that motherfucker had massive hands. Like
John Jones is gonna age himself out.
But the one thing about that, when we're talking John Jones, the one person he did not fight who was an absolute fucking beast too, and I hate the fact that he's not in UFC right now, is Nagano.
Kimbo Slice.
No, Nagano. Like Nagano is a fucking absolute animal, and Nagano versus John Jones was like a dream match that a lot of people wanted to see that never happened. You know what I mean? Like, because Nagano, like I know he went and fought Tyson Fury in boxing and lost to that, but it's a completely different sport. You know, you're talking about taking a fighter into the boxing world. We saw that, speaking of Conor, when he went and fought Floyd. You know what I mean?
That was a good fight.
It was a good fight. It's a different world.
Out of his element.
And that's why I said Jake Paul will beat the shit out of Conor if they ever fight, because Jake Paul's a boxer. It's a different style of fight.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Meat mop.
Yeah, like and Jake Paul has that knockout power. Jake Paul would legitimately knock Conor the fuck out. Like, I'm just calling it now. If they fight, Conor's going to sleep. Like,
you're stupid.
Jake Paul has the knockout, and it's not. If they went into if they went into an octagon and fought UFC, Conor would mop the fucking floor with him. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you go into a boxing ring, Jake's gonna mop the floor with Conor. It's a different world. You know what I mean? When Conor fought Floyd,
gonna have division ringside.
Probably. I'm bringing up WWE talk now. I haven't watched WWE in a long time, so like I'm lost in all that.
Oh yeah, no, Logan's part of the division. Maxine just fucked up on
the
big polka. It's a whole thing right now.
The whole reason I stopped watching WWE because I'm boycotting them motherfuckers for going to ESPN. Like that shit pissed me off. Like otherwise I'd still be watching. I'm a straight boycott.
Why Maxine was like, no, we don't like you, Gable. And then like
he's just gay in his name, duh.
And then the very next week she's like, I'm out of here, Vision. I'm going with
Jason.
Austin effing Theory. Like, come on. Makes no sense.
Charles, I'm going to have you on the wrestling pod.
All right.
We'll break that down for sure. I have opinions on this too.
It's a horrible time.
I call it adult soap operas.
It is. It 100% is. And I'll say here, and I won't knock it. This guy to the left of me, he's
scared
fucking.
Of it. I
just like to poke the bear because my favorite wrestler was Goldberg. Period. That was my favorite.
You're
wrestler.
So fucking
Goldberg.
Dumb. You're so.
Leave you fucking bald bitch.
One of the worst wrestlers ever.
I'm older. We like the hacksaw Tim Duggan. You know, the freaking Hulk Hogan. The theme songs, man. They had their own theme songs.
I was at Raw in Green Bay when that first Goldberg pop hit when he was coming to fight Gunther, and like the whole I was there with my dad and uncle. It was just, man.
Here's one for you. What's the Rock's call sign? What does he say?
I've got a lot of money now. I don't show up.
Oh, no.
Anymore.
What was his wrestling?
If you smell what The Rock is cooking?
No, it wasn't. It was you smell what The Rock is cooking. It wasn't if. It wasn't do. He just said you smell what The Rock is cooking. Apparently that's a thing. We locked up, Charles? Just you and me? Jason?
Well, Goldberg sent Jason to the moon. They might be so we just hear big chillin'. Goldberg. I don't have a lot of faith in Detroit this year either.
What? The Detroit Lions or the Detroit Tigers?
No, the Lions. Yeah, but we'll get to the NFL sooner rather than later.
I don't know. I'm curious to see. Everybody says that losing old boy, the DB there is a addition by subtraction. We'll see.
He was supposed to be a Green Bay Packer pick.
I'm glad he wasn't.
The Lions ended up trading up in front of us.
Well, he makes stupid decisions, so I'm glad he wasn't on our team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goldberg. So I wonder what the story behind Goldberg is. Hey, welcome back, bro.
What the fuck happened?
They froze.
They froze and they just bailed out of here.
So we just started talking about the Lions.
It's back again. What the fuck? What were we talking about? Like, oh no, I'm not knocking pro wrestling. I spent a lot of years as a pro wrestler myself personally.
He was semi-pro.
No, don't ever knock. Like, I was the same shit. I've been in the ring with motherfuckers.
Call him Jackie Moon.
I've been in the ring with motherfuckers who were on TV. So shut the fuck up.
So have I.
But no, you have not been in the ring with anybody who's been on TV. I know your life.
He's like, I've been in the bedroom with people in your early
20s.
I ate lunch with the American Gladiators.
That's not all my life.
What the fuck were you doing as a teenager? Running around fucking stroking it and fucking coming all over park benches and impregnating unsuspected women?
Wow.
What the fuck?
Those aren't balloons,
Sheridan, I guess.
man. Those aren't balloons.
Those aren't balloons.
Don't put them in your mouth. Those aren't balloons.
That's awesome.
Grow up in a trailer park. Shit happens.
Yeah.
I did not, but it probably would have been a lot of fun.
You got a lot
Trailer
of
park
here,
boys.
Yeah, you just don't go to Al's house.
Randy, go eat some cheeseburgers.
Did you guys have bottle?
All right, now, like,
I don't even know what that
where
is.
the fuck are we at in the show right now? Because I'm all lost. Because we got booted off again. Like, what the fuck is going on with my internet?
We're talking about how much bad Patrick Mahomes is going to be this year.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be a fucking just absolute stud this year.
Oh,
now we're getting the Lions. I love it.
Good
Let's
idea.
fucking talk about it.
Look at Dan Campbell telling him to eat them kneecaps.
Yes. Let's fucking do it.
Yes.
Get it, Dan.
That sounded weird. Don't say
let's touch on the latest news and headlines in around the National Football League. This time of year, not a whole lot going on, but I mean that's on the surface because Lions fans, Packers fans, we already have a bet going on if one of these two teams wins the Super Bowl. But in all reality, what is the likelihood of either one of these teams going far into this?
Well, with Aaron Donald coming back to the Rams,
very unlikely. I think it's the Rams this year.
Definitely not unlikely. I see it happening.
It's the Rams or nobody, right?
I think we have a great chance to watch some good football this year. Micah Parsons for Green Bay here, small side quest. We don't expect to see him back about week 5. So, of course, everyone here in Green Bay and the surrounding area, we've already lost the NFL season. It hasn't even started yet. And we've already lost the entire NFL season. You have people calling in and screaming that on paper there's only like 5 sacks last year, right? Like left on paper. Like the one guy who left had more. And I'm like, you probably the same person who is like, Rashawn Gary needs to go. But yeah, training camp starts up here July 19th or 29th, I believe, for us. So Tucker Kraft is on track. So this is a lot for all you fantasy people out there. Tucker Kraft before he went down was, and now everybody says this about everybody, but eventually the shit does pan out. Tucker Kraft was on pace to have one of the best, if not the best, tight end season for who knows, yards after catch, I think was one of the statistics, and he was on pace for a buttload of fucking touchdowns.
Buttload.
Which is the PR version, of course, because I'm Xerxes kind. So keep an eye out on Tucker Kraft. He appears to be ready for week 1 or week 2.
Yeah, but if you're gonna put your smart money, let's put it on the newly married Travis Swift there for tight end. You know what I mean?
Did
if
he
you want
take
fantasy
her name?
draft.
Oh, I'm sure.
How
he
could you
took her
not take her
name.
name? She's the
Did
queen
he
of
really
America.
Take her name?
She's the queen of America.
I believe
motherfucker.
he said it was going to be Travis Kelsey - Swift.
Yeah.
Well, why? It doesn't matter. They're giving their firstborn to Dolly Parton anyway, right?
Everybody
that's
had
what he-
everybody had a non-disclosure. I think the baby's
If
going
he
to
took
Ellen
her
DeGeneres.
name, that is fucking.
It's going to Ellen DeGeneres, though. I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
going
the
to Dolly
baby's
going to
Parton.
Ellen.
Oh.
That's, I heard Dolly. Dolly put out a post like
It was
requesting
weird.
the child.
It was
Yes.
weird.
Yes, I saw the post. Like she's
Yeah.
requesting the child.
Oh, but
She
in a
wants to
Disney
own
movie,
it.
it's totally fine.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
A-holes.
Like we're living in the real world here. Like you could totally give the baby to Dolly Parton. We're talking about, the Travis Kelsey just married into American royalty. Taylor Swift is the queen of America. It's the closest thing we have to actual royalty here. So I would put all my money on him this year, especially Scott.
No,
Patrick
he's
Mahomes
trash.
is going to be 100% healthy
He's
this year.
fucking trash.
He's fucking bionic. We had Coach on a few weeks ago. He was talking about, he
You had
fucking filled him
almost
up.
Andy Reid. You didn't have Andy Reid.
It's
not
Coach
true.
almost Andy Reid. He has a close personal relationship with the actual Andy Reid, and they know exactly what's going on. And he couldn't tell us anything about the
This
wedding.
is really
because he had
happening
signed.
right now. This is
What's
real
that?
life. Oh, I
Yes.
thought. Oh, you're Kansas City. My bizzle.
What?
I didn't realize. I thought we were just going on a ketchup tandem. I thought, but no, there's the Mahomes jersey
A
there. and
catch-up
everything.
tandem. Yeah,
Oh,
no, trust me.
spit.
Yeah, he's
Spit. You're
he's
serious
retarded.
about Travis Kelsey? That dude, that's him and
He's trash.
ACL
Hey,
tear. They got three
Hey,
things. in
don't
common.
talk bad about the Kelsey.
he's
They
trash.
got- him and ACL tear. They got three things in common.
Yes.
Shouldn't be there.
Yes.
All right, sorry,
No.
sorry. He let me down way too
Sorry,
many times.
sorry, okay,
Not in the
all right,
gambling
all right.
world.
Oh shit! That's why I love
Yes,
having
no,
you guys.
I
on.
do.
It's
I
fucking
feel
wild.
I've heard many good things about Patrick Mahomes. He should be ready week 1.
Yeah.
which
Week 3,
is-
he's tearing his ACL. I've already called it.
well.
He's not against it.
You ever watched that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Mm-hmm.
You know, old boy with the Windex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Patrick Mahomes with ketchup. All right, except
That's true.
So he just every
Puts it on
night he's
everything.
at home with a bowl of ketchup on that ACL. He's gonna be more than fine week 1.
It's not
That's why
ketchup,
Heinz-
bro.
Yeah, but
That's
week
why
3 though,
It's,
it's gone.
the raisin cane sauce. I mean, I've heard him talk
He
about
puts
it a million
ketchup on
times.
his fucking steak. He's borderline
have, like-
crazy.
That's not a Kansas City thing, though.
Now
it's
the
not.
one dude, the 57th pick, just got a Heinz deal, but like, doesn't Patrick Mahomes have a lifetime ketchup deal?
Probably, but
I
he puts
have
ketchup on
no
his steak.
fucking idea on that. I wish
All right,
we had
hold on.
Coach on here telling us that one. He would know
Yeah.
that one. But
Let me
Yeah.
double check while you guys, because I've even heard he puts it on macaroni and cheese, right?
I can
Like,
see that.
hey, I put hot sauce on macaroni and cheese, so don't
Which is
knock
not
it. Little
ketchup.
Franks.
Everything
Little
you say
Franks.
makes me think he's a child. He's
He
an
might
adult
be a
baby.
large child.
he does
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
order chicken nuggets asking for chicken nuggies. So
Does his
he's
mom
at
wipe
least.
his ass and dress him too? Like,
Nah,
I don't
fam.
I
get
could
it.
see. I could see that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on.
All right, hold on. How do we get all sidetracked? Hold on a second. Let's get back to the thing real quick. We started talking about that. You're talking about Green Bay right here. Let's get back to the Lions because
Yes,
right
please.
now the only real news that's been going on, and we've covered it a couple times already, but what we haven't covered is the fact that Terrion Arnold, after the release, there are at least 4 teams interested in him right now that he's been going to do workouts with. One of them being the Texans, so he could reunite with Montgomery down there. Another one being the Colts, the
Crazy.
Jets, and then surprisingly enough, the Seahawks, which kind of blew my mind here because we all called it was either going to be the Raiders or the Chiefs, to be honest, because those two really
Or the
like the
Browns.
criminals, or the Browns. Yes, the Browns is another one, but none of those three teams that we called are even on the list right now, but legitimately on the list are the Texans, the Colts, the Jets, and the Seahawks. Do you think, like, Jason, do you think one of these teams actually takes a chance on him possibly beating this case and playing for them next season?
Out of the ones that you just said, I would say the Jets would be the front runners, because this is a team that is, I mean, they are clamoring for some sort of spark, whether it's controversial or not. So based on that list that you just said there, I would look at the Jets being the front runners. I really thought it was going to be the Raiders.
I see the Texans going after him.
Yeah, to be reunited with Montgomery. I don't know. Like last week we sat here and spouted off a whole other list of teams, and now here we are. We're talking about the Seattle is what surprises me, hearing them express any kind of interest. Like I really thought it was going to be the Raiders. Like the Raiders were.
This reminds me of Cleveland. Who'd they do this with? Oh, Deshaun?
Yeah, Deshaun.
Yeah.
Watson. Yeah, they did the same thing. That's why we had Cleveland on our fucking list of people that he could possibly go to. But Jason brought up a good point with the Seahawks. Like he was surprised that they were going there. And I don't know if that will change because it just came out after that fact that, they have acquired new ownership. So that very well could change. They may no longer be interested in a troubled player like Terrion Arnold. Now, whether or not he actually did what he did, now that's a question I have for both of you guys, boys with the heat. Like, what do you guys think about the Terrion Arnold case? Like, this shit's fucking crazy. Like,
yeah, the cops haven't said anything yet about the Josh Jacobs thing, so I've got no comment.
He's in some shit too.
Charles, we brought it up. Like, supposedly, allegedly, he was telling them via video chat what to do, what to ask them, and all that jazz.
I mean,
I hate to say it, they're going to be able to pull phone records and be able to tell he had a video call with this guy's cell phone and all this stuff if it goes to court, or he's just going to be like, I plead guilty, blah blah blah, penalize me, but he's going to get a new contract, a new deal, he's going to get paid, somebody's going to pick him up. The NFL does this slap on the wrist thing with guys all the time, so who cares, I guess, at this point.
Well, I mean, but hold on. That's the NFL. He still has to get out of this life in prison thing that he's
not facing life in prison. No, he's not. He's facing felony charges if he's convicted, but he wasn't even physically there. He can't get those charges. He can be an accessory to or whatnot. But he's going to plead out of it. They always do.
That's a good point. I see a plea deal coming out of this. He's going to be found guilty, get a slap on the wrist, and play somewhere.
Multiple people in the group have already been tried, found guilty, and are serving time. And that people are
I don't know.
That's the weird part, because all of those people's stories are changing now, implementing Terrion, and that's a big part of this case that, like, I've been kind of reading into it, and like at first he wasn't there, and now all of a sudden these guys want to lower their charges, or get less time, and all of a sudden now he's there. You know what I mean? So,
well, very much so. And it's smart to reach out to Terrion. It's smart to reach out, right? Because, hey, if nothing happens, I want you to see that I cared about you before everybody else knew nothing happened. I trusted you. Or on the flip side, it's like, bro, we can't bring you in now. Like, sorry. And then those are the two conversations you have, right? Like, so from a business standpoint, absolutely. I think there was even one team that almost signed Ray Rice after his incident.
Oh,
so if you're a team that's going to sign Ray Rice, like, Arnold didn't even do anything. He was just on a video. Like, there was no intent to kill. Like, you took $250,000 from me, bro. That's my Airbnb. Eat shit.
No, I feel you 100% there. He got himself mixed up in some weird shit. Now, whether or not he was actually mixed up in it, who knows? You know what I mean?
I don't think he's going to be in the NFL anymore, though. Like, you don't.
He will. Someone will sign him.
You know, they were saying that about Aaron Hernandez as well, and then shit started to come out.
Okay. Well, he brought it up. I wanted to bring it up.
That's a completely different subject.
He brought it up.
Whoa! We're just talking about the law.
It was Charles. It wasn't us. Don't cancel us. Jason, don't look so upset there. Look happy.
I'm happy.
At the show.
He was frozen for a second. He still looks mad.
He's back. He talks with his mouth closed. It's fucking weird. It throws me off.
Talks with his butthole.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, like, okay, so you bring up the old Aaron Hernandez, and that one was a little bit different because his ass was already in prison. Like,
he said he'd kill you.
Like his was a little bit deeper of a
all this guy did was kidnap, threaten.
Yeah. I mean, that's just small shit. You
kidnapped the wrong people.
Yeah, I mean, you kidnap the wrong people. It is what it is. You guys want to know a fucking crazy thing right now? Like,
no, we have
I don't know.
to talk about.
Hold on, real quick. So, like, it's sports related because I was down at the mall this past weekend buying sports shit, which I picked up.
At Great Lakes Crossing?
Yes, I was at the mall.
God. What day? Saturday?
I was there. We left about 15 minutes before the fucking shooting, and somebody got killed in the mall. Like, it was fucking wild. Me, my wife, and my kid, we went down to the mall. It was my son's birthday was this past weekend. He turned 15. Cool.
Happy birthday.
So like we were headed down that way anyways because his favorite restaurant, 8+ Crab. Like this kid would eat crab every night if he could. And they have like the fucking best crab boil that you can have around. So beforehand, I got to work a little bit early, and I was like, hey, let's go to the mall so we can go walk around, see if we can find anything cool. So we're walking around the mall, stop, pick up a few things, and we're stopping at all the sports stores and shit like that. We end up picking up a couple of Aiden Hutchinson's pop vinyls. You know what I mean? One for him, and then I got picked up one for the studio down here because you got to have all the. It's up there, dude.
Where?
It's up there with the other pop vinyls. Yeah. So like we finally leave. We were about to go make another trip around the mall. But the wife was like, you know what? I want to go to Michael's, which is across the street, because I got to find some fucking
fabric. Shout out.
Not fabric, but she needed some like oil-based food dye to do some cake pops or some shit.
You know what else they have in the back?
This happened at the food
puzzle
court?
toys that are great for Christmas.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love their puzzle toy section.
So I've been down there playing a few times.
Yeah. So we we were planning on walking the mall one more time, but instead of that, she wanted to go to Michael's. So we left the mall.
Good thing.
We go across the street, we go to Michael's, then we head over to the restaurant, which is also right over by Michael's. So then we sit down. Next thing we find out there's a shooting at the fucking mall. And we're like, holy fuck, we just left the mall. You know what I mean? And if we would have decided to turn left and make another trip around the mall to kill time because dinner was at 5:30, we would have been right around that point at the time that the shooting happened. Now, is it the scariest thing in the world? I don't think so. It wasn't like it wasn't a mass shooting situation. You know what I mean?
No,
what it was. And apparently the guy who killed the other guy got released today.
That's great. That's a good thing.
Well,
good job, Michigan.
No. Do you know anything about this case?
He had concealed carry.
He had concealed carry. He got jumped in the mall by two guys. He was getting his fucking head kicked. I've seen the video. So this guy, there was an altercation in the bathroom. The guy with the concealed carry permit, he left. He walked away. He said, I don't want no part of the situation. In that amount of time, the guy that lost his life, he went and got a buddy and decided to go jump this dude. So they both went and jumped this dude. They were kicking his fucking head in. I've seen the video. They were beating the shit out of him. He was scared for his life, so he pulled out his pistol and he shot this guy. The other guy took off running, but he shot this guy. This guy passed away. Unfortunately, you go to the mall, you don't expect to lose your life, but you fuck around and find out. You know what I mean?
Like, bro. Yeah, I was just about to say FAFO.
And unfortunately,
Monopoly.
Yeah, he went after the wrong guy. They released the guy that shot him today.
You're not passing go collecting $200, player.
So far, I don't know a lot about the case, you know what I mean? But so far, it looks like it's going to be a self-defense case. The guy got released today. I'm sure more is going to go into it, but so far, it's looking like 100% self-defense. From the video that I saw, it looks like 100% self-defense. They were kicking the shit out of this dude. And the only way, like, booting him in the head, everything else, like, the only way that he was going to get out of this and protect his life was to be able to protect himself in the way that he was armed to do, and he did it that way. Do I advocate for that? No, I don't. I want to put that out there right now. Like, I am a CPL carrier myself. We never want to be in those situations. But that's the way that the case is looking so far. But yes, I had just left the mall 15 minutes before this fucking shooting happened with my wife and my 15-year-old kid. Crazy fucking world that we live in.
Really puts life in perspective a little bit.
Yes.
Just one question.
Yes, Charles.
Did you guys find the right paint at Michael's?
It was actually food dye.
The entire time.
Food dye. Yes, we found
about.
food dye. She
Yeah.
found and she made cake pops. I have to try one tonight. So I can
All
find out
right, nice.
if it's any good. And she wants my honest review of the
Listen,
whole
you
thing.
can YouTube or fucking Google whatever's going on about that story. The only thing he can tell us that we ain't gonna know is whether or not they got the right damn food coloring or not.
They did. 100%. They
what
did.
the fuck just
Charles, that's why I fucking love having you guys on the show, because I don't know which way this fucking. I'm so excited to have you guys on for a full show, because you don't know where this fucking thing's gonna go.
We only need them on for a full 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Period. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
No short shows.
Fucking, who knows?
Sorry, Jason.
No, that was fucking phenomenal.
Fuck that.
No, that was great.
But yeah, so that was my sidebar crazy story. Yes, I had just left the mall. I'm not claiming like hype, like I was at the mall when the shooting happened. No, I left the mall, but I'm glad that I wasn't there because I had my 15-year-old with me, and usually I'll be the first one to like. Usually I carry when I'm down at the mall, but I was not carrying that day because we planned on going to dinner, and when we go to dinner, I like to have a drink. One thing you know, if you are a CPL carrier, you cannot have any alcohol in your system if you're carrying. So if I plan on going out to dinner, I am usually not carrying, but I am usually one of the guys that, yes, I do carry when I go to that fucking mall because there's too many fucking mass shooting situations, everything else, and I have to protect my family the best that I can. But beyond that, where were we, Jason? We were talking about.
Let's talk about other sports. We're done with football. It's over.
We're still. Yeah, we're on football, but
We're done. It's over.
Football. Let's.
Shut up.
No, you know what? I wanted to bring up a conversation that I really wanted to bring up, and I wanted your guys' opinion on this because it's something that I was thinking about. And when we start thinking about not just the GOATs in sports, but when we start thinking about some of the greatest players of all time, and we brought up tight ends earlier, talking about Tucker Kraft, and I brought up Travis Kelce, but a lot of people bring up Rob Gronkowski as one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. Now, would Rob have been the player that he became if he didn't have Tom Brady? And we start looking at some of these players as, did some players get robbed? Because I brought this up a million times on this show in the past. Like, we had Miguel Cabrera here in Detroit for so many years. And like, would he had set the home run record if he played for the Yankees? If he didn't get traded from the Marlins to Detroit, if he would have got traded to the Yankees, would he have set that? You know what I mean? Like,
he would have had an extra 20 home runs a year.
Yeah, like easily. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get in a discussion about, which players do we feel like were robbed of being, one of the greatest players of all time because of the teams that they got sent to. Like we know in Detroit, like we had Calvin Johnson. Like, would Calvin Johnson have been Calvin Johnson without Matthew Stafford? You know what I mean? Or we know that Matthew Stafford went on.
He was still Calvin Johnson with Orlovsky.
He was,
and Charlie Batch. Right,
and John Kitna.
Yeah, but his biggest parts of his career came with Matthew Stafford. You know what I mean? Like, just like with Travis Kelce,
stats came pre.
Yeah, because he was older. He got better.
Yeah, would Travis Kelce be Travis? I mean, honestly, I say Travis Kelce was Travis Kelce.
Yeah, because he had Alex Smith.
He had Alex Smith.
Yeah,
Alex Smith was one hell of a quarterback too.
Where are you going with this?
He would have probably took him to the Super Bowl.
You're
I want to talk about some of these.
Running into a fucking wall.
When you first said something, the first athlete that came to my mind was Charles Barkley, right?
Yes,
like Charles
100%.
Charles Barkley would have more championships if he didn't play in an era with Michael Jordan,
Allen Iverson,
right? Allen Iverson, absolutely.
That's another name.
It does it like
number one for me.
The conversation
was kind of
Charles Barkley
Barkley was never going to be the guy that wins you a title, though. Allen Iverson was a 50-point guy.
He got you one game against Kobe Bryant. Good job, AI. Good job. Nope. Yeah, I think the Phoenix Suns did a little bit better than that. One game.
There's one player that should have won some championships in both sports, and that's Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
That was honestly, that was, I didn't see it in person or on TV or anything like that, but what I've seen, that was probably the best athlete ever. That dude, God just touched that man and said, "You have everything you need to be an athlete in both sports." And it's true.
You know who the NFL one is that nobody talks about?
Who's that?
Joe Thomas. 11 straight years Pro Bowl. Was like
That's
the
very
best
true.
offensive
That's very
lineman
true.
ever.
That's
at
a
position.
really
That's
good
very
one.
true.
I was
Never
just
even
going to
sniffed
ask.
the playoffs.
I was just going to ask if Kelly belongs there.
Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
He had opportunities to win Super Bowls, though. He was there a couple times.
But I mean,
He
the
was there
teams
4
he
times.
lost against were.
So, yeah, but if you have the opportunity, you can't blame anybody but yourself, because that team was one of the best teams in the NFL, and they just shit the bed. That's
Well, so were the Brewers last year.
Hold on. Jason, what's your input on this? Because I can already tell you got something in the chamber ready to go. In your opinion, who was the one that comes to your head?
A lot of them in Detroit sports. So
I mean, that's where my mind goes to. Is like you said, with Miggy, if he had gone to the Yankees, the outfield bleachers at Yankee Stadium are so closer in than what Comerica Park is. He would be in a whole different stratosphere. Allen Iverson is probably the best example. And when Patrick said that, I was like, that's the one. Because and I also agree with the assessment that. Are you freezing up, Tim?
This is what happens before he goes.
Yeah.
It just goes disappear.
We never lost you guys.
Oh boy! Oh, really? Is that computer talk?
Jason, what's your opinion on Bo Jackson, though? What's your opinion on that one?
I believe you're asking me about Bo Jackson. I think Bo Jackson was the complete athlete for sure, and I would have loved to have seen him. He with as much talent as that dude had in either sport, football or baseball. He really should have one of the most decorated careers of all time, and it's unfortunate that he does not. But
the fact that he could break a baseball bat over his head and his leg and still be okay is phenomenal.
Yeah,
and still go out and play the rest of the game.
It could be a fun bracket. Might have to go to AI, but creating the small market teams who should have won a championship, right? Like if you're talking to Brewers fans, most of them probably would say Robin Yount there, or gosh.
Yeah, here's the problem with the Bo Jackson one. Bo Jackson's was because of the era that he was in. The hip injury couldn't be fixed, couldn't be replaced. Nowadays, if he would happen, that hip injury, he'd still be playing.
Yeah, but also he also was in the era where steroids weren't a thing yet, and he was just a God-given athlete. And the way he got tackled was just straight. It was just someone chasing him down, and no one could ever chase him down. And that was the thing. He had so much force and everything going, and it just popped his hip out of place and popped it back in.
That is why the hip drop tackle, I believe the NFL banned it, because it has ruined a lot of careers, even though we think it's kind of stupid, but it does, tears ACL.
It truly shows, because if he would have just stuck to baseball, he probably would be one of the best baseball players ever, because he was getting better at it.
Yeah. Speaking of best baseball players, about Ken Griffey.
Oh, another one. If he was on a different fucking team.
Oh, Grant Hill.
Another name.
Grant Hill won a title. I mean, he can't.
I just listen. Grant Hill's career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at players that played beyond.
I also have kind of a vendetta against Grant Hill, because I watched the Fad 5 documentary, and he was, where Jalen Rose grew up, and he was a couple miles down the road and grew up in, the good parts of Detroit and went to Duke and all that. And it's like, I'm with Jalen Rose on this one. So, so I don't hate Grant Hill, but I'm like, I like Rose over.
I think Grant Hill has a better haircut. But yeah, I agree.
You want to know the baseball player right now that we should be talking about is Mike Trout and his dedication to that crappy organization out in LA.
And who we're going to be talking about soon? Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens is going to go to the Yankees or Dodgers.
I do have a question for Jason.
Hold on. Jason's got to talk about, because I just posted a Mike Trout video here recently. Him and Vinny talking about it.
After this, I do have a question for you.
Vinny and I talked about Mike Trout on the last episode of Ball Game, and Patrick, I said the exact same thing. This dude is there is not enough attention on him.
Talk about loyalty and respect and honor
100%.
and a baseball player. That's Mike Trout.
100%. And you echoed my sentiments. Like, this dude is the face of the Angels organization, and it sucks because the Angels suck. And they
Only
have
been to the playoffs.
When I think of Mike Trout, I think of receiving a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without jelly.
Okay. So I have a serious question. I have a serious question for Jason. I should have brought this up at the beginning of the show because it brings up Justin Verlander's retirement, all that. Did you hear the audio of him talking with Big Papi and Derek Jeter and all that? That honestly, I listened to that and I'm like, dude, it made me like really think about his career. And I'm like, and like how he was against those guys and like the best moments he had, because on Big Papi's way out, popped him up and got him out, and then Derek Jeter breaking the bat and all that, and then sent him the bat and everything in pieces. I'm like, yeah, that's fun. That's just so much respect there for each player, and that's phenomenal that they did that and they can relive those moments.
Was Pedro Martinez on the pitching staff when Boston came back from 3-0 to beat the Yankees in the playoffs? He was the start. So. All right, I do believe that, because I think there was another pitcher I had on the list too.
That during the bloody sock era.
What about Felix Hernandez? Like, talk about an ace who never got a chance either.
What about the best running back in the NFL that never won one was Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders. Yeah.
He had one good year, and him and even Emmett Smith said he thought it was gonna be him and Barry like every NFC championship, and then lo and behold, the Lions organization could not get anyone around him.
Well, if he would have been playing behind Brett Favre, it probably. Oh,
if he went to Green Bay, you guys would have had.
For all the talk about how great our front office is, all we've done is quarterback. Like,
yeah, you're not wrong.
We kind of suck everywhere.
If Barry Sanders was there, you guys would have probably had Brett Favre won one. You probably would have had three more at least.
Had a shot at three more, absolutely.
Barry Sanders is probably number one or number two all time.
It has to be number one. It has to be number one.
It's number one if you're a football guy or if you're for a sports guy. Period. I think there's. If you're a big fan guy, you kind of hug whatever
Milwaukee,
your team is, you know.
And Turner keeps the Braves in Milwaukee.
Well, this is just my thought too, because me and Jason are NHL guys. What about the Arizona Coyotes? Yeah. That was such a great franchise. Now they're gone. I wish they would have won a championship.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I don't think they ever did.
No.
Just the cost of ice in Arizona is so
high. They were in the playoffs one year when the Red Wings were there. Red Wings ended up playing Colorado in the West, and I believe Arizona was there too. And that was like one of their last years they were even an organization.
Yeah,
man,
those were fun watching the Red Wings and the Avalanche going at it back and forth back in the day.
Oh,
it makes me so sad.
Tearing at my heartstring, man. Tearing at my heartstrings when the Red Wings were good. 10 years. 10 years we're in a drought. Yeah. It's getting to me.
2029, I believe I said.
I want to know. Right.
You were just talking about
2 years ago. I said 2029. Detroit's the Red Wings are winning the Stanley Cup.
Hey, that's only 3 years away.
Calvin Johnson's stats, and it makes you want to cry. Put him and Barry Sanders' stats together, you just want to cry because it's like, how did you guys not win?
I seen highlights of Barry Sanders, never watched him, but I got to watch Calvin. I'm just like, dude, that man put everything on the line, and how could you? And they had some good teams, like to the 2012 team with Ndamukong Suh and all that, and that defense was good. How did you guys not get there? I believe they played Dallas in that playoff game where Pettigrew got hosed on that fucking pass interference call, and it's like, how could you guys not have gotten there with the players you had? You had Calvin Johnson, you had Matthew Stafford, you had an okay offensive line, you had some other wide receivers, you had DeAndre Levy, Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fair. I knew more defensive players than anything, but it's like, how could you guys not get there? And it's just it crushes me to this day still. Because I remember watching that game when Calvin broke the record against Atlanta.
Yeah, it's crazy. So if I had to wind this thing down and talk about, there's a lot of players that got put on teams, or even traded to teams where they never really had the opportunity to win. I mean, you're talking NFL. If you're talking quarterbacks, I mean, Phillip Rivers is a huge name that gets brought up in my head. Like, guy's a phenomenal quarterback. Never got a chance to really compete for a championship. You know what I mean? Dan Marino's another one. There's so many of them that just draft them just slightly different. There's also the other aspect of this where we look at it and go, Tom Brady, was he as good without Bill Belichick? He went right after, left the Patriots, and won a fucking championship with Tampa Bay.
I was going to bring that up as we were talking about players that didn't win one. How about them 07 Patriots?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like 0-7, like 0-16, and then you lose to the Giants. Granted, hats off to the Giants that won it. Like, you played your ass off, and you lost them in the regular season, then you beat them in the biggest game that mattered. But you had the Patriots stacked. You had Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Tom Brady. Like, you had so many. Like, it was ridiculous. Like,
they pissed their pants in that Super Bowl for
deflated footballs. They had everything going for them.
That was before the deflated footballs. Those are semi-deflated.
Everything gets blended. Jesus. You cheat once, you cheat through all of it.
Yeah.
You're not trying if you're not cheating. That's what Bill says.
Exactly.
Yeah. I start and the whole thing when I brought this whole thing up is in my mind. I go, how many players got like robbed because they got drafted by the wrong team or moved to the wrong teams, and then you got certain players that got put on the right teams where you get to play like was Gronk without Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, would Gronk have been Gronk if he would have been playing for the Browns? You know what I mean? It's
probably no. He had to follow Tom Brady to Tampa Bay. So
you know what I mean? It's like, and that's my reaction. And then you look at some of these players like Njoku, played for the Browns for so many years. Great fucking tight end. You know what I mean? Like, is he going to shine? Yeah. Like, but is he going to shine now that he's out of, Cleveland? You know what I mean? Like, how many of these players got drafted? Barry Sanders, he could have probably had multiple fucking championships if he had got drafted to the right team.
All right. What team would Barry Sanders have been? What would have been the best fit for him? I guess back then. I don't say the Packers because they passed on him doesn't mean they did. Packers didn't have an offensive line.
You brought up Marino. What if he went to Miami? You know what I mean? Team him up with you know what I mean, like that. That would have been one hell of a fucking team right there. You put him in Miami, it would have been Miami versus, like.
Would have helped his leg too, because, warm weather.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, there's been some teams back then that you could have, put him on that he would have shined on, you know what I mean? But instead he got stuck with the Lions. And unfortunately, they had some bright spots back then. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for them dirty fucking Redskins that came in and beat them in the fucking playoffs, they could have went to a Super Bowl, damn it. But, like, it just wasn't enough. But luckily, he was enough of a special talent that he was able to rise above that, and he's still considered to be one of the greatest running backs of all time. But I still feel like there's some talents out there like, Kamara. If we look at him, he's been stuck with the Titans. You know what I mean? Would his career have been different?
Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, like
he's been stuck with the Saints, not the fucking.
Oh, the Saints. I'm sorry.
And he had a good chance to win if it wasn't for that bad call against the Rams.
Yeah,
when he had Drew Brees, so he's had opportunities. True. So he's not been. Reality, the one you bring up with the Titans was Chris Johnson, and that dude can't even fucking talk now.
Shout out ALS.
I was thinking of.
You know who the biggest loss though is ever?
What's that?
The
fucking Jason losing to you, and he has to dye his beard here very soon.
Yeah, that's coming out. Episode 100. That is the biggest loss ever.
And he's already got it primed for you. Look at that. You prime it first, and then you paint it. Hell yeah, bro.
Exactly. You should start letting that. Jason, what you should do is start letting that grow out now. So when you have to dye it, you can shave off, and it grows back quick.
What color are you dyeing it? Because maybe the background of the white that you got is going to come in really nice. It's going to pop.
He's not paying attention to anything in the first.
Yellow. This part, the Hogan handlebar mustache will be yellow, and the rest of it will be blue.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, not yellow. It'll be maize.
It's yellow.
Maize and blue. Maize and blue. Yeah, maize.
Just a fancy.
Like that'll be the color that it is. But yeah. So that was my whole point with that. Like I'm just.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes ago, bro. What do you mean? I don't even. Where were you? Talking to a cop?
Yeah, you were talking to a cop.
You're not wrong. I was. And granted, he was a very, very nice cop, and he was just like, "Hey, keep it out of your hand. I said, I will.
What did you tell him, by the way?
I said, I do a podcast. We're live right now. I usually listen to it on my way there because I'm a little bit late for work. He's like, I even showed him that you guys were on the phone. He goes, oh, okay, I'll be right back. Just took my license. Was maybe in the car for 2 minutes. Didn't see no paperwork, got out. I'm like, okay, he's giving me a warning. He said, he's like, here's your stuff. He's like, just keep it out of your hand.
Did you at least tell him the name of the podcast so he can follow it?
No, I didn't fucking tell him.
Motherfucker, you lost a perfect fucking opportunity right there.
Fuck up.
Son of a bitch. We could have gained another follower.
He was bald too.
Officer Baldwin. He would have fit in.
Shout out to Dryden Cops. He was a cool dude. I thought I was fucked because I heard bad things about Dryden Cops, but it's not true.
Hell yeah. Just
Jay,
like
you got anything else to cover before I move into
any big? I think there was some big. That's definitely not the highlight of the week. Is the downlight of the week. But
the highlight.
There's some NHL signings I wanted to talk about. Like I seen the Ducks sign their center that puts up. Exactly. There we go. Yep.
All right, these are a couple of the high-profile free agency signings. Ovechkin re-signs with the Capitals, big load off their mind. Will Borgen was acquired by Boston from the Rangers. Jacob Markstrom acquired by the Panthers from the Devils. Mason McTavish was acquired by the Blues from the Ducks. The Ducks did a lot of moving here. Zellweger is going to Buffalo from the Ducks. Jack Drury going to Nashville from Colorado. Bowen Byram acquired by the Blackhawks from the Sabres. But for me right now, the big question is, and I haven't seen any updates as of yet, but what's going to happen with Patrick Kane? Is he coming back to Detroit or is he not? Like
I heard he was on the way out, but I don't know now with what's going on. It's so up in the air with the Red Wings. I hate it. I honestly hate it.
Haven't heard anything positive, anything good, anything at all. Honestly,
not really. No, we've had some okay signings and all that, but nothing major, and we still don't know where Larkin's going to go. Larkin did expand his teams to the Stars. Okay, well, your 4 teams are playoff contending teams and all that. Like, what can Eisman do to get something out of them? Probably not, because you're second line center and you're tying Eisman's hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're 2029. Hell yeah.
With how they're like,
I'm so hurt.
I'm not against what you're saying because their development program is great and the Grand Rapids Griffins have been playing good. Yep. And we have a lot of young stars coming up. But like you said, it's going to take.
It's been too long, though.
But like me and Jason have talked about, is Eisman going for the long-term plan instead of the short-term plan like he did in Tampa Bay? Is that what he's doing? And it kind of looks like it, but it's like Detroit fans with the dynasty that we made it and, becoming hockey town. We want to be in at least be in the playoffs. And Larkin doesn't want to be here for another rebuild, which I don't think it's another rebuild. I don't know. I'm not in the front office.
Which makes me think that Kane isn't going to be back.
I don't think so either because he's getting old and it's all that, but I would like him to stick around with the veteran players that we did grab to teach the younger guys, but I don't know. If you can get him for a cheap deal, then why not?
Well, if he wants to stay, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
But are you just building your bank account? Because you could probably do that in another place.
Yeah,
and we're not getting them cheap if you're building your bank account.
It's hard to tell.
It would be great to keep him as a mentor. Absolutely. Right. Because he's still electric.
Well, they can keep him. He's under contract. He can't go anywhere unless they want him to go somewhere. So he's going to be playing with Detroit if they want him to play in Detroit. What's he going to do? There's never been a hockey player who's really ever sat out. They just bitch and complain.
Nice.
So
that's what Eric does. So
if my name was Tim Sheridan, I would.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
I have a question about the Larkin thing, though. Stevie ever sit him down and literally ask me, dude, you're the face of the franchise. You have been since you got here. What do I need to do to make you happy? Who can we bring in? What can we do? It's literally just leave or bust.
Well,
you know what I mean? It doesn't make it. He doesn't hold any leverage whatsoever. So it makes.
But he does have a trade clause, so he does. So Larkin does hold leverage and all that. And Larkin also did make comments back in 23 about not getting any help. Okay, well, 2 years later, he's still not getting a lot of help. And I see why, because Eisman's signing a lot of these players to 1-year deals, like 2-way contracts. It's like, okay, I see Anaheim signing their center to a 5-year deal. It's like, if you're trying to keep players here and want them here, like you got Seider, you got DeBrincat, that's a great scorer. And I heard he doesn't want to sign DeBrincat. Why are you going to let DeBrincat walk? So I see why Larkin's upset and frustrated and why he wants to leave.
Do you want me to say what the truth is? And I think you probably already know. And
let's hear it. Yeah, probably.
And it's because of Illich Holdings.
Hey, I've been saying that. Tim and Jason's been saying that for a while. And I'm starting. It probably sounds about right because it's them and the Tigers.
Tigers are
the old man would throw money at the teams to win, and that's why the Red Wings were good in the 90s and
2017.
Yeah, and then the early 2000s, and then he passed, and now Chris is just seeing dollar signs. It's like, motherfucker, like
no. Christopher Illich literally shoves coal up his ass and tries to shit out diamonds. That's what he does.
He's still paying for the Parks family there.
Still paying for what?
What's that?
Well, the old man paid for Rosa Parks' apartment like forever.
I don't know.
Could have, yeah.
Do you think the son is still doing anything with that family? I
Probably
can look it up on the internet, but I'm just
You'd have to look into that one. Yeah. I'm not sure on that one.
He's got to be putting his money somewhere. He's not spending. He's not spending it on the teams.
Exactly.
But he spent a bunch of money for the women's professional hockey league.
Yep, he did that, but he wouldn't spend money on the fucking Red Wings, so that's kind of annoying.
Hey, listen, and I gave Tom Gores a lot of shit. I know this is a little sidetrack, but shout out Tommy for actually putting money into the Pistons. I appreciate you. Talking about terrible owners.
Yeah, I mean, we've had our string of them in here, Detroit. So, I mean, we were very lucky for a long time to have Mr. I, who would just throw everything at teams to make sure we had successful teams. And then we dealt with that with the damn Lions for the ever till, Sheila took the team over and said, hey, I just want to win and, let a coach and a GM take over the team and, let them run it instead of being the guy in the fucking, saying this is what you can do and can't do. I'm just worried about money. You know what I mean? So that's why we've seen some success in, Detroit football. But yeah,
not seeing the Red Wings win is terrible. Yes,
it is. It absolutely is, because I mean, for 25 straight years, we saw the Red Wings in the playoffs. And
just give us playoff hockey. Like that's
all we want to see as Detroit fans.
It's not that hard. LA does it all the time. They're like, we just got here, or Vegas does it all the time.
Brewers do it all the time.
Yeah, they just got lucky. But yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, 2029 might be a realistic number because I don't see them in this offseason getting any better. I only see them getting worse. So maybe it's a complete start and rebuild, which fucking sucks because we've been waiting so long, 10 years already. And what is it, year 7 with fucking Yzerman, and we're still not seeing any results. So it's like starting over again. If Larkin does leave, it's a complete rebuild at that point. And that's what we gotta look forward to.
It's not a complete rebuild. You don't even pay attention to hockey. Shut up.
No, it's a complete fucking rebuild.
Well, it's not.
We're losing our captain.
One player.
It's our captain. Anyway you look at it, you're letting the captain go.
It's not.
He's gonna walk. It's done.
Talk about your golf. Shut up.
You just shut the fuck up. The Red Wings are not going to win anything next year or the year after. But in 2029,
I believe Charles.
I believe Charles too. That's what I was fucking the point I was getting at, dumbass. You were pissing and you weren't even listening to the whole point. You come down here and start talking shit.
No, but you said it's a complete rebuild.
Charles, you're the fucking man. It's real. You can do a complete rebuild in 3 years.
White chicken legs. Holy shit.
No, the motherfucker's got guns right there. He's pulling the guns out. Fucking sun's out, guns out. Like fucking Charles, he's fucking built like a brick shit house I'll
go get a squirrel or two.
Yeah.
I go choke a squirrel out too around the
yeah, I got to see 22 pythons.
If you can catch a squirrel, my hat's off to you, because those things are just shifty little fuckers.
Jason, you got anything to fill in on the Red Wings before moving to golf?
Talk some sense.
I don't at this point. I want to wait to see what they're going to do with Kane. I want to see what other moves they're going to make, if any. Then we can sit here and make an educated prediction as to what we're looking at. It's not good. The outlook is not good. There's not that overwhelmingly sense of optimism going into the season. So many question marks right now, and a lot of it centers around Larkin. Once we get that figured out, once we figure out what we're doing,
he'll be here in September. He'll be here in September, I feel like.
Okay, but what's that going to do with the team chemistry? Is there going to be resentment? Is there going to be some sort of animosity that they're not going to be able to keep in the locker room? Are they going to bring that bullshit out on the ice when it matters? That's
that's fair. That's fair.
You know what this sounds like? This reminds me of, for people who don't understand what this is like in fandom. Imagine you're working a retail store and a customer comes out of the bathroom and goes, "There's a mess," and then walks away.
Dude, I've been there.
You know that it's poop. You just don't know if it's on the wall. Whoa. Is it all over the toilet? Is it in the toilet and we just have to flush it? You know it's poop. We just don't know what kind of poop we're getting. That's how it feels right now.
I love this fucking dude.
I have a question for you though. Do they need a mix of Scotty Bowman in Babcock, or do they just need a total change of scenery?
They need something, man.
Not only is the coach, it's not the coach. I think you hit it on the head with the whole the Illich thing. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I really do.
And the thing is, it's just got to wake up and go, okay, I got to care about sports for the next couple of years. We got Tommy to do it. I think we can get Chrissy to do it as well.
Hopefully they need to do something, because both teams, it just seems like there's a struggle to spend money, and you kind of need to spend money to compete in these leagues.
Well, you mentioned Mike Babcock. I did see that he just signed with to coach the Edmonton Oilers. So good to see that he still is, he still has a job in the NHL.
Maybe they'll bring him a cup. Maybe he'll be the one that brings Canada.
No, F Canada.
He won't. No, because they don't have a Pope, bro. Again. No Pope, no cup. That's all I'm saying.
Get the golf. Let's not get this guy started. Let's get the golf.
I'm so mad right now about the forest fires. I can't even breathe right now, Canada.
All right, I think going on again. Is that why we have fucking low air quality alerts going on?
Yeah. Listen, in the 50s, we used to send people in hockey masks out of planes with axes on the other side, and then they would just chop trees down.
Those are the smoke jumpers,
Smoke jumpers, yeah. Canada, get yourself some damn smoke jumpers. Damn.
They can't afford it, bro.
I know. There's not enough people, too much space. I wonder why.
And they might, it's probably something to do. They want to hurt the fire's feelings. So
it's the fossil fuels in the water.
Yeah.
Well, it might hurt an acorn there,
Leave their syrup alone.
They're gonna lose a lot of syrup with all the trees burning down. Yeah, they do make some good fucking syrup, though. I gotta give them credit there. They do got some good fucking syrup. But we can make syrup here too. We got fucking maple trees too, motherfuckers.
We do just fine, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, you know what time it is, brother.
It's that time of the show. It'll be sweet and short. Here's Tim Sheridan with the 2-man golf score.
This is Tim's 6 Minutes Golf Report, brought to you by the Sports Real Podcast on the PFC Entertainment Network. This past weekend, we had the Genesis Scottish Open. I was going to just say the Scottish Open, but we got to give credit to the automobile company Genesis for sponsoring this thing. We had Tom Kim in first place at 17 under. We had Minwoo Lee in second, and we had a three-way tie for third with McIntyre. We had Kiefer and Matt Fitzpatrick. We had a two-way tie for seventh with Thor Bjornsson and McElroy. Rory made his way up to, and unfortunately he kind of dropped down because he was leading this thing after day two, and they dropped down to seventh by the time they closed out. And then we had a two-way tie for ninth, Perez and SW Kim. But the biggest story of this weekend was that Scotty Scheffler missed his first cut in 4 fucking years.
78?
This guy.
78.
Yes, he had 78 consecutive starts of making a cut, and he finally missed a cut. Like he was on
Tiger
track.
Woods was like 130 though, right?
Yeah, he's like 130.
He was halfway.
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. Like nobody's gonna beat that now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Even Tiger, after the crash, love that.
Yeah. Guy. Which crash? Which one?
Hashtag Diana Rossi.
Yeah.
What you were saying.
Yes. So like he missed the cut after 78 consecutive starts. He made the cut and he finally missed one. And which is kind of big news because this weekend we are leading up to another links course right there in the old UK. They are playing the Open this weekend. So we have another major week going on and they're playing a very similar course. Probably a little bit worse conditions coming up this weekend. And Scotty is still favored to win this thing like he is every week because he is the number one golfer in the world.
Yeah.
But does he really
since the first?
Yeah. Like, does he really have a chance to actually move on and win this thing?
Yes.
Coming off of, you think so?
Absolutely. I think mostly because the worst part of Scotty Scheffler's game thus far that this year has been his driving.
Yes.
And right now,
he does have the best odds to win it. You're not wrong. I checked it.
Right now, with the course being the way it is, the difference between a pro and an amateur golfer is they play out of the rough better than us.
Yes.
So when you throw in now that the Open's rough, which is usually terrible, is dying right now because it's so dry and hot over there. That rough isn't going to be playing very bad. Scotty,
but that makes the course very quick and very fast.
But it also allows Scotty to be more control with his irons, which is where he's gonna. I think he's gonna come in less about driving distance and more about just control on the greens. I think he's got a pretty good chance this week.
Yeah, I think you're kind of onto something there. At the same time, like the course is in some crazy shape right now. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, guys, in practice rounds, been hitting 5 irons about 300 yards.
Yes.
Been carrying it down that course. It is so fast right now. So being able to put irons in the hands of Scotty, even though like I've been watching a lot of golf this year, like his irons haven't been quite as on as they've been in the past. His driver's been way off. Like there's been something's been missing with Scotty this year. And it hasn't been missing bad enough to say that Scotty sucks because he's got a lot of like top 5 finishes this year. Like the guy's been battling. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I think he finished second. You know what I mean? So like this guy has been playing really good golf. He just hasn't been able to get over that hump.
Yeah, I think he lost to Fleetwood, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. At one point, yeah. Like he's lost to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, in the playoff, their little playoff.
Yeah, he's lost him to Fleetwood. I mean, he's lost quite a few this year because I mean, there's a lot of top 5, but he's been close.
You got to be there to lose.
Position. Yeah,
I mean which is. I usually don't say that about any game, right? Second place is the first person to lose, except golf.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, second place, you had a really good day. Like,
yeah,
the course and somebody 10. Had a better day. Like, there's. So.
I mean, technically, you make the cut, you had a pretty damn good day because then you're in the money. You know what I mean? Because anybody who doesn't make that cut is not in any money, which is an expensive trip over to the UK if you don't make the cut because you didn't make any money. So you're paying your caddy out of your own pocket. You're paying all your own travel. Like a lot of people don't understand that about golf. Like these guys pay their own way. You know what I mean? They might get sponsors exemptions to play in these tournaments, but they still have to pay their travel. They still have to pay all this. And if you don't make that cut, $0. Like you have to make that cut. You got to play Saturday and Sunday to make money. But I mean, that's not a problem for Scotty because Scotty has won a lot. So he's worth a lot of money. So that's the last thing on his mind. I still put him up there to win. Another name, Rory, he's back playing links courses. You know what I mean? He just finished 7th, over the weekend at the Scottish Open. I think he's right up there too. I think he's favored number 2 to win this thing. And he's always, I think honestly, I would take him more seriously if he played a little bit more, but he's kind of getting a little bit more laxed as he gets older. He won the Masters. We haven't seen him play a whole lot since then this year. Obviously, he's played in every major, but he hasn't played too many other tournaments throughout the season to actually get into the flow of things and keep playing, you know what I mean? Or to be really competitive in some of these. Another name that I'm really looking out for is Bryson DeChambeau. He's missed 3 cuts in majors this year. Like, is he gonna miss the cut this weekend or is he gonna find something and actually make a damn cut? Now, this course could really play into his favor because he can hit the ball so far. So some of these par 5s, because of how far he can hit his driver, might come into play driving for him. You know what I mean? So is that a name we're going to have to look out for this weekend?
I believe, and I think one of the names I didn't hear you say coming over from Liv also is John Rahm.
Yes, that's another name.
Yeah, John Rahm has won, I think, 3 or 4 times so far this year in Live. He's playing pretty hot coming into this. He does well on these European courses. He's another one that can really smack the ball well without a driver. So when you're at a course that is basically begging you not to use your driver and you're going to get rewarded, I'd watch out if you want to be betting on a top 5 finish too. John Rahm is a good name on there. I like all those names that you put on there though. I don't specifically have a dark horse. I mean, Jordan Spieth won it in 2017, so maybe you're taking the driver out of Jordan Spieth's hands. Maybe that's somebody you want to watch. Maybe his irons wake up and his putter does a little bit well, but I think the winner's going to come from the bucket you sat out in front of us there.
Yeah, or honestly, if you really look at it, I think somebody who could really fare well on a course like this, who hasn't won a major yet, but has done really well with the FedEx, Cup last year and won the FedEx Championship last year, is Tommy Fleetwood. This could end up being his first major. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who plays really well with his irons and he putts really well. So, like, we could see Tommy Fleetwood possibly get his first major win.
Talking about Fleetwood, did you see Bryson DeChambeau was golfing around some just sequoia ass trees?
Yes, dude, I watched that video today.
Trees.
Actually,
yeah,
that was
jealous.
Yes.
Hardcore jealous. Fun fact for your golf episode. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this. Do you know what golf stands for? Like what it originally stood for?
No.
Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. Next week, I'll tell you something cool about the old course.
Yeah.
I say hand to God. Yeah. Golf.
I could see that, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Golf
Eric
has been
digs that over here because he's a male chauvinist who don't think women should play sports.
Hashtag Augusta. Oh no, they let the junior LPGA play now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to Augusta.
That's a great course. I love watching the Masters. Like,
I
wish one day to be able to go there.
Do you think they'd stop me with my meta glasses?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Like they know how to look for those things now. Like they're not brand new. But yeah, if I had to put my money on somebody this weekend, I don't think it's going to be Scotty. Honestly, I'm really feeling Tommy Fleetwood. He's been playing pretty good this year. I think this might be his first major. If I had to take like a dark horse pick to win the Open this year, maybe Matt Fitzpatrick, to be honest. He's playing some really good golf, and he's another one of those UK guys that grew up playing these UK courses, playing these link style courses, and he's been playing really well. Like, I think this could be, a chance for him to make a run at it. But yeah, it should be interesting to see how this thing plays out and see if Scotty can bounce back. I think he will. I think top 5 for him, honestly, is pretty good place for him to finish this out. And I think Bryson actually makes a cut.
I'm about to make your European listeners wet/hard. I would like to see a Fleetwood John Rahm final pairing. I think that would be
good. Yeah.
I think that would be pretty.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take Rahm out of it. That guy trips me out every time I see him swing a club because he has the most shallow backswing I've ever seen on anybody. And it's so like, he doesn't have any backswing at all. It's crazy. And how far he can hit the ball. Like, the guy is just traditionally the way you teach a golf swing. You don't teach it like John Rahm swings it. And the guy is phenomenal at it.
And
like, it's wild.
I think Bryson's playing with 3D printed irons.
Yes, that he made himself.
Yeah,
he designed them himself. And I think that's the part that's fucking him up this year is that they call him the mad scientist, but I think he's just tinkering way too fucking much. Like
you just gotta go play golf, bro.
Yeah, just grab some fucking clubs and go play golf because you watch him in the YouTube videos. He'll go and grab a fucking set from Walmart and shoot under. You know what I mean? It's like stop fucking around, Bryson. Just go play golf.
All right, I think we've done hung everyone in here now.
Yeah, I think he's calling for the end of the golf report. That was Tim's
10 minutes of golf.
10 minutes of golf report on the Sports Real Podcast, brought to you by the PFC Entertainment Network. Little production notes. The Kirby Joseph giveaway is still going. Oh, hold on. We're going right into next week, July 21st at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. We will be joined by Matt from Don't Know Grit. So get ready for some deep diving into a little Lions football. This guy knows his shit, and we're going to get real deep into what we're going to be looking like going into the fucking training camp. I almost said spring training. Wrong sport. Training camp. So look forward to that one. We're excited about that one. And then the Kirby Joseph helmet giveaway is still going on. We got the mini helmet signed by Kirby Joseph and authenticated. We're about 300 followers away from on TikTok giving that thing away live, and then we will be doing a Facebook giveaway after that. Other than that, Jason, I know you got lots of programming notes this week, brother. You got lots of shows.
Yeah, we're like I said, we're hoping that we're gonna be able to get our schedules in alignment with Vinny to do ball game on Thursday. Stay tuned to all of our socials for the latest information on that. But we will be live on ONTV Friday night beginning at 6 p.m. for the latest episode of the Fatal 4-Way. Big preview of Saturday night's main event. New world champions crowned and 3 promotions over the course of the last week. We're going to be breaking all that down. 6 p.m. Look for Orion ONTV on Facebook and YouTube for the Fatal 4-Way. And you can call in to the studio live as we're on the air to be a part of the conversation. So be sure to check that out. Before, and then again, we want to thank Boys with the Heat for joining us here this week. You guys are always welcome here. Love having you guys on. Why don't you tell our listeners where they can find you guys
at Boys with the Heat, anywhere and everywhere. Charles, you can find him anywhere and everywhere just by putting in bigsexydaddy.com, and you'll find him anywhere. Just have him post up the big muscles and show everybody what's going on.
I do sell feet pics twice a year. I sell feet pics twice a year. Yeah.
To your wife or
some people donate plasma. I sell feet pics.
How much you getting for those old tootsies?
Whoa. We do not disclose finances.
Are you missing a toe or something? Who wants to buy these? Is this some kind of weird fetish website?
They're watching.
All right, that is at charlesweirdfeet.com on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Yes. I did a small stint as Mike Concho also in a few movies that you could have found in Blockbuster, but otherwise, just hit me up on the old Facebook.
The old Facebook.
Mike Concho. Thank you guys so much for having us on the show. We really appreciate the hell out of you guys.
Get you back on again.
You guys are fucking awesome. Like, I never know where these conversations are going to take us, and it's more of like a bullshit session than it is one of our normal shows, and I fucking love it. You know what I mean? Like, just
some of your Kirby Joseph promo thing too. I'll do something with that, and I'll help you guys out.
Yeah, I appreciate you said Kirby Joseph. I heard Terry Arnold. I was like, wow, ballsy.
Terry Arnold, yeah.
I almost bought a Terry Arnold autograph fucking card the other day because it was stupid cheap. And if it was just a little bit cheaper, I would have bought it. You know what I mean? But Jason, I know you have some fan mail we have to share.
Let's hear it. I need to hear this.
Please.
All right.
Let me how stupid I am.
No, you're going to love this. So let me preface everything by saying I don't check Twitter very often because it is a cesspool, in my view.
It's called X,
Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But I went on there the other day, and to my surprise, there was some fan mail waiting in my inbox, and one jumped out at me to the point to where I'm like, let me go ahead and print this out. Read it on the air here, because it struck a nerve. Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
This comes to us from Sweet Thing JXT26. Sweet with 3 E's in it, I might add.
Yeah, the
Sweet Thing JXT26. Okay. Hey, Look, I'm going to keep this brief because I know you're busy being busy. They put it in quotation. I've been listening to your show for a while now, and I've reached a point where I can't stay silent anymore. I'm writing this because I believe you owe it to your listeners, your co-hosts, and frankly, your own ego to accept that it's time to step down. Let's cut through the polite veneer here. You are not entertaining, you are not funny, and most importantly, you are dragging this podcast down. I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean it in a factual way. When you speak, the energy in the room or the audio file, whatever, dies. There is a distinct lack of wit, charm, or even basic competence in your delivery. You try to inject humor into segments that don't need it, and the result is usually a cringeworthy silence or a forced laugh from everyone else at the table. It's painful to listen to. It's like watching someone try to perform a magic trick they haven't practiced. You just want them to stop before they drop the rabbit. But the real issue, the deal breaker, is your relationship with sports. For a show that presumably covers sports, your ignorance is staggering. You don't just lack knowledge, you seem actively opposed to understanding the nuance of the game. You miss obvious calls, you misinterpret rules, and have been in place for decades, and you offer opinions that are so baseless, they border on offensive to anyone who actually watches the sport. It's not opinion, it's ignorance. It's ignorance wrapped up as confidence. Your co-hosts have to do all the heavy lifting just to keep the conversation from collapsing under the weight of your inaccuracies. You bring the show down. The chemistry between you and the rest of the cast is non-existent. Instead of adding value, you create friction. You interrupt, you misunderstand context, and you generally make the experience worse for everyone involved. I feel so bad for Tim and Eric having to sit through all these shows with someone who clearly has speech issues and makes everyone uncomfortable when you simply cannot spit out the words. The listeners, they deserve better. They deserve hosts who are passionate, knowledgeable, and actually entertaining and funny. They don't need another person who treats the show like a platform for their own unfounded ego. So do everyone a favor. Pack up your mic, turn off your headphones, and let someone else take the stage. The audience is waiting for a show that doesn't make them want to throw their phone across the room. Maybe stick to something that you do know, like that fake-ass wrestling shit you spout off about. Wait, you'd suck at that too. Good luck finding a new hobby. Sincerely, a finished listener.
All right. Hold on. Before you get into this,
I will let you guys start first.
All right. First thing I want to address Sweet Thing 76 thing.
Sweet
Eric,
Thing.
why the fuck would you write that?
I don't know. I could barely spell any of those words, so I don't know how I wrote that.
Sweet Thing. Like
wow.
I'm guessing you're a 40-year-old something that made that fucking
probably live in your mom's basement.
Name. Yeah, you live in your basement. You made that name up in on fucking 2002 back on Gmail.
Twitter. It was on Twitter.
I mean, that they just transferred that over from their original Hotmail.
That's his Tinder profile.
It could be Tinder profile. That's Charles. A wildish shit. Somebody actually took the time to type that shit out.
That's a lot of typing. Like I can barely get words out and spell. And like,
I'm like, man, this guy, like, how long
really
have you been living in his head?
For real. But hey, haters are hating. We're still getting people to watch. That's
how much lipstick did you put on when you were writing that? That's what I want to know.
No, the better question is how much lotion on the skin did you put on before
what was the songs playing in the background?
Yes, like it puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. That's Sweet Thing.
That's crazy.
Some news is better than no news. He's watching. He's hating on us, but it is what it is. I don't really care. Jason, you're a great part of the show. I love talking to you. I love pissing you off, and I don't want you to go anywhere. So Sweet Thing. Shove your dick up your ass and shut up. Jason's great on this show.
Jason is absolutely phenomenal on this show.
Takes a dildo and shoves it right up your ass.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Dude, I need to get that drop. Like, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, one dude's got too much time on his hand to be able to type that much shit out and be able to write that. Honestly, what they don't understand, Jason is the backbone of this fucking show. He produces this show, like everything that puts this show together, like Jason, all like the actual show. Jason makes this shit happen.
You know
all
what
of
I
our
do?
graphics.
I show up and drink beer. That's what I do.
Eric shows up and drinks beer, talks shit. Like Jason is the backbone of this show. Like, I don't even know where you come across like Jason doesn't understand what the fuck he's talking about. Like when it comes to MLB, Jason, like, and that's where he usually inputs the most of his shit is when it comes to baseball. Like Jason knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's been watching it since the early 40s. Like he's been around this thing for a long time. Like he knows the rules. He knows all this other shit. So whoever this thing, like I have a feeling it's somebody that we know, Jason.
On
It's
his
somebody who's
birthday,
talking shit.
too. That's
Yeah,
so
It's
proud.
Scott's coming at you. It's gotta be Scott.
It's probably Scott talking shit. You know what I mean? Like it's
On his
fucking referee
birthday.
man or whatever he was in our last podcast that we did with almost Andy Reid, where he came in under his second profile to talk. No, but honestly, get a life, dude. Like Jason's not going anywhere. Jason does a great part of he's a major part of this show. Like we love Jason on this show. We couldn't do the show without him, and fuck off. That's all I gotta say. Like just go fuck off. If you don't want to watch anymore, that's fine. But Jason's not going anywhere. Like that was a waste of your time to even type that. Like there's enough people, and I can tell you right now, you know how good Jason is? Him and Vinny have been taken off with all of our views and everything else, and ball games been fucking running right up. Like ball games taken off. So obviously Jason's doing something right because ball games been doing great on views and everywhere else. So these guys, like, leave Jason alone. Jason's fucking awesome.
Let's
Like,
hear
that's all I gotta say.
Jason's input.
I wouldn't
'cause
do
it was
this
about
show
him.
without Jason. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Well, yeah, because you can produce anything because you're stupid.
I am dumb. Like I can do TikTok. That's about it. But I couldn't do this.
I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Jason, let's know how you think, but fuck that guy. Whoever
Jason,
Sweet
let's
Thing
hear
is.
let's hear your input, Jason.
And to be honest,
I
I still think Sweet Thing is Eric.
it's not. I don't even have Twitter.
It's
I have an
called
OnlyFans
X.
though.
I had like I've read this a couple times,
I got
and
upset.
I did. I got fucking hot. I got half hot. I
I
wasn't
can
even
tell
half hot
your head's fucking red.
because number one, there was a number of things with every time that I read this, I came away from it with something. One, it is somebody that we know, and is somebody that has a personal vendetta. Clearly,
100%.
Two, tell me you used AI to write this without telling me you used AI to write this.
Oh,
Hey,
Like,
don't knock
it was
AI.
proofwritten by AI for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like you put in a list of grievances against me, had a fucking artificial intelligence program write your speech for you, and then you copied and paste.
You know what we always do, Jason?
Wait,
we invite him on the show to
Yeah,
to
let's
come and
invite him
talk.
on the show.
Yeah, come on,
Let's
sweet
do
thing.
it.
Come on, there's a space for you over here. Don't
I
worry about
say
it.
that too,
100%.
but my
It'll be
wife is in
okay.
the other room, and if she hears me screaming sweet things, she's gonna come in here and beat me up.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
the funny thing. That they
I
never
was
come.
gonna
They never
say
come
that.
on. They'll never show
No.
up. Never do. Ever.
Yeah, so come on, you pussy.
let me formally invite you, sweet thing, to
Bang.
come on to the show and let's have a discussion. Don't hide behind your stupid fucking phone. Don't hide behind your stupid fucking laptop. Don't hide in your mommy
know
and
who it
daddy's
is.
basement. Be an adult and address this.
It's
I
Zach.
post a link every single week
It's
that
Zach.
brings you onto the show. So you have an open invitation if you really want to have this conversation. But what I will say is this: fuck you.
Okay,
Fuck
now,
you for using things that I literally cannot control as a basis of your argument. Okay, I stutter from time to time. I can't help that. But you want to know something? I've taught myself how to talk so it doesn't become a constant thing. Okay. I put a lot of time and effort into not just this show, but every single thing that my hand and name is attached to, whether it's podcasting, whether it's screen printing, whatever it is I'm working on. I put
Gay porn.
I put 110% into everything that I do, and I'm very passionate and I'm very serious about it. No, I don't bring the same thing to the table every week on the Sports Reel podcast that Tim and Eric do, but I bring my own brand of seasonings to the conversation. That's what makes this show work. That's what makes guys like Boys with the Heat and their shows work. Like, everybody brings their individual talents to the fucking table. It's unfortunate that you do not. You clearly have either no ambition, no drive, no anything when you are sending hate mail like this. Hey, let's have a conversation about it. If it bothers you that fucking bad, but make absolute no mistake about it, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm the pepper, Tim's the salt, and you're the paprika. We ain't going anywhere.
This logo behind me that's on every fucking thing that I do, like, that means something to me. I don't half-ass anything. And the fact that, you know, you felt compelled to send something like this to us in an effort to get me kicked off the show. Look, if Tim and Eric came to me and said, hey, we want to go in a new direction and we want to do it by ourselves, absolutely. Absolutely. Because my love and respect that I have for those guys. But it ain't going to be because some jack off living in somebody's basement is going to try to bully me off the air. You can go fuck yourself. And if you are an adult or a man or woman enough for that matter, come on the show. Or if you do know me, step up. Because otherwise this shit is stupid. And you really are telling me what kind of individual you are to your core. And it's people like you I don't fuck with. Because at the end of the day, like, you can well, why are you wasting this much time on the show about this? Because I wanted to make an example. And, you know,
I hope it's like just some 97-year-old lady.
You know, the old.
Can you imagine if like that's who showed up? Like, that's.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard the song before, but Shuggy Otis sings "Sweet Thing," and I think
I'm just like, can you like all of a sudden you get an email? All right, bitch, let's do this, and like you send them a link. And just
some old ass lady,
some old ass curly hair bitch just shows up.
That'd be fucking awesome. But I do say, Scott, damn you, Scott! Like,
I wish Scott would have did that. That'd been great.
I wish I would have thought of writing a letter about the Tim to Jason. Jason, like, sweet thing. You want to know something? Okay, so me and Jason started this shit together. Jason's not going anywhere. Like, this was us. Like, we brought Eric onto the show. He's been an absolute awesome member to add onto this show, and like, we wouldn't trade him for anything in the world either. Like, maybe sometimes on Thursdays I think about trading Eric out.
Fuck off. It finally took me sending that letter so we can go do our own thing and get rid of Jason.
No.
Build a house on the prairie.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which, did you guys see that Netflix redid Little House on the Prairie?
Don't get distracted. We're talking shit.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Sweet thing.
Fuck you, sweet thing.
Fuck you. Jason's not going anywhere. Me and Jason built this shit up from the ground up. Like, we started this shit. Like, Jason is
he's our bald man.
I mean, that motherfucker is right there. Look how passionate he looks right there.
You pointed at the wrong bald dude.
It's hard to tell. You all look the same.
The fuck we do. His beard's white. My beard's brown.
Oh, one just looks like he parties in Florida, and the other one looks like he works in the woods.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
then the idiot's retarded, Jason, so it's okay.
Jason, the one thing that excites me about this is we're pushing people's buttons.
We're getting hate,
I fucking love that.
I love people
and I keep giving us the hate mail.
Hate on me all you want,
like,
bitch.
just be happy about that, because somebody took the time out of their day to watch our show over and over and over again, just to decide that they don't like our show.
They don't like Jason. They like our show. They just don't like Jason. I don't know why. He's a beautiful bald man.
He's
got some BBC energy going with him.
The fact that I can live rent free in your mind. Oh,
yes,
makes me so hard.
That's money right there, Charles. Like, that is. You are literally 100%. Living rent free.
I still don't understand why he has sunglasses on inside. It pisses me off. I didn't bring it up at all until now. I'm just like, it's not that fucking sunny inside, motherfucker.
He's got glaucoma.
That makes sense.
Son,
he got too much cum in his eye today. I get it.
Lord.
No, actually, the AI started making me look like I was from another country, and I was like, whoa.
Okay, sweet thing.
Oh god.
And now that's your new diss. Now you can just call everybody you don't like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sweet
It's just
thing.
called
Fuck
an
you,
asshole.
fuck you,
They're gonna be
sweet
sweet thing.
No, it's fuck you, sweet thing.
So we.
It's gonna be a new.
So where was your
t-shirt.
guys' other half? Where's the other guy at? Why isn't he here? I
Well,
didn't
he's
get to hear
not that big. He's the other third.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
dealing
you
with-
had one part of the Oreo and you're missing the main part.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, which Oreo? The reverse Oreo?
Exactly.
Yeah. Where the
believe
vanilla
Paul-
cookie and the chocolate cream?
Exactly.
I believe Paul is going to have
So
eye
funny.
surgery pretty soon, correct?
Yes.
Corrective surgery for his eyes. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Stay away
some
from
health-
computers.
Charles
Health
got to start nutting in his eye, dude. He has to get better aim.
Well, don't accept the donuts I sent.
All right, guys.
All
All
right,
right.
with
I know
that-
Jason's ass has to get to work. Last programming note, Jason. Is it coming?
Fuck you, sweet thing.
This coming up Monday, we're going to be on
takes a
catching
dildo,
up with Cody.
shoves it right up your ass.
Yes, the 20th.
All right, so this coming up Monday, I think we're changing the time to 8 p.m., Jason, so we can get you for a full hour. I got to talk to you about it. 8
I'll
p.m.
make it.
next
I'll make
Monday.
it happen.
We'll be on Catching Up with Cody live on YouTube and TikTok Monday night, 8 p.m. I'm saying 8 p.m.
Cody catching up.
We've been talking about that with Cody about getting it moved to 8 p.m. so we can get a full hour with Cody with Jason. But catch us on Catching Up with Cody, 8 p.m. Monday night, YouTube.
We
on
need to go on the
TikTok.
Boys on the Heat. We need to go on their show.
That would be fun. Like,
Yeah,
it'd be
you can do that
wild.
too. I've been talking to Cody and we're trying to figure something out too. So
Yeah,
hell
Cody's,
yeah.
Cody's a great guy. Love Cody. Cody will actually be back.
He's
in our
another bald
studio.
man. You guys would fit right in.
Yeah,
we would.
another.
There's the whole crew. Except
Yeah,
for you.
2 weeks from now we'll have Cody in studio with us. But check that out Monday night. Jason, fuck Sweet Thing. That's gonna be the new thing. I'm gonna make something about fuck Sweet Thing to put out online.
Nothing but poop, bro.
Yeah, like I don't even know where the fuck you're coming from, Sweet Thing. Like, I know I'm an entertaining motherfucker. Probably Sacramento. That's probably what it is. But like, I know I'm an entertaining motherfucker.
Fucking you probably
Eric
from
is
Philly.
slightly entertaining.
Hey, shut up, bitch. I'm gonna start calling you Sweet Thing.
I'm pretty sure Eric is Sweet Thing. But Jason,
It took me this long for us to go on our own, Tim.
I'm gonna
He's
go.
holding us
I'm
down.
gonna go huff all this paint and then write this nasty email.
Jason,
Lead us off,
roll us
Jason.
brother. You gotta
We
go to work. bro.
appreciate everybody who tuned in with us live here on Facebook, YouTube, Riverside.fm, and those who are watching or listening on the RSS feed on demand. Again, catch us this coming Monday on Catching Up with Cody on YouTube and TikTok, and then we'll be back here live next Tuesday. So go out, be awesome to yourselves and to each other, and we'll see you next week right here on the Sports Reel Podcast live.
Fuck you, Sweet Thing. You're a bitch.
Takes a dildo and shoves it right up your ass.
Fuck Sweet Thing. Let's go, Scottish.